Take a sock. Hello, Charky.
Hey, Cass.
Welcome everyone, one and all, to the Bad Game Hall of Fame stream. Welcome to Yaiba, Ninja Gaiden Z, brought to us by the fine folk at Spark Unlimited, returning to the show, returning to the stream after wowing us with Legendary previously.
With yet another wonderfully ported game to PC. Just works great. No issues.
So this is a odd game from an odd era of gaming. It's also the last game Spark Unlimited ever put out, so RIP, pour one out. This is obviously published by Koei Tecmo, who were the shepherds of the Ninja Gaiden franchise. I just noticed that the Koei Tecmo underneath published by is misaligned. Ooh, that's gonna bug the shit out of me. It's too late for it now. We're on stream, Cass. Anyway, this was around the time where Tecmo, and specifically one Keiji Inafune, working on behalf of Tecmo, was really trying to shop around this idea of, or was it not they weren't working for Tecmo. Well, there's a Keiji Inafune connection here, a concept connection, because this is around the time they were marketing Mighty Number 9, and we all know about Keiji Inafune's push to get more Western developers making games with Japan in mind, to move the industry away from Japanese studios. And so that is how a Ninja Gaiden lands in the hands of a California-based studio in Spark Unlimited. And his fingerprints are over this game, all over them. Which is to say that there is a single character skin, but apparently his reach, it does extend somewhat beyond that. That concept did do a lot of planning for this, more than is potentially known, that has been documented, because this is not a super well documented game. I don't have a full history here, a full breakdown of it. There are some other interesting names attached to it, though. Did you know that Grant Kirkhope did the score for this game? The entire soundtrack?
Oh, no, I did not know that.
So, something to look forward to, I suppose, for all those Rareware fans out there. Who does not have any fingerprints over this game? Itagaki. He is completely divorced from Tecmo at this point in time. This is done without his consent or his input. Much like, he complained about Dead or Alive being his child, his baby, and having that taken away from him. So too was Ninja Gaiden at this point. So yeah, there's definitely a struggle to stay in line with the identity as established for this legacy franchise, which it had its last installment in 2012 with Ninja Gaiden 3. But, 2 years removed from that, and this being the only thing we've seen since, that this comes out and Ninja Gaiden sort of grinds to a halt. And we'll see why. We'll see if the market didn't understand this masterpiece, or if it's truly wretched and deserving, if the franchise as we know it had no choice but to come to an end after the debacle that is this game. A game that effectively killed the studio. And because this is a character action game, I will not be the one to play it. I will not be the one behind the driver's seat, as it were. I'm putting it in Charky's capable hands, someone who actually knows how to play this style of game. Yes. Novel concept.
Now, granted, I would call this closer to like a God of War than a what would you call it?
A Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry, yeah. Because there's not a lot of player expression, but this is still in my wheelhouse.
Very good. More so than mine. That is for damn certain.
So let me know when you're ready to go.
As ready as I'll ever be. No stream snack today?
No stream snack today.
God damn it!
Listen, stream snacks cost money.
Folks,
gotta space them out.
You heard Sharky. Support the show today. Pledge to us on Patreon. Subscribe to us on Twitch. Boost us on Discord. Join the Discord server. Have a say in the games we play here on the Bad Game Hall of Fame channel.
And feed me.
Yes.
Now, here's something I'm a little worried about.
Do tell.
I am going to see, because we had to do some adjustments like right before the stream started in terms of how I'm streaming this out to you. And now I don't know if something is going to crash the game or not.
It's excitement. It's tension. It's palpable.
Yeah. But yeah, we're just gonna go straight in new game. Erase my old progress. Costumes, Yaiba. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. You can unlock shirtless, I think, if you beat the game on hard. But there were other costumes. There were pre-order DLC costumes. There are other DLC costumes on console, but they're not accessible in the PC version, from what I can tell.
Yeah, from what I gather, that if you missed that pre-order bonus, they did not decide to piecemeal them as DLC later down the line, so they are just straight up inaccessible. Nothing you can do to get these much vaunted after skins,
including the Beck skin that lets you play as Beck from Mighty Number 9. You can play as them if you download some file on the internet or something that just tells Steam like, yeah, I own it, or if you adjust some INI file settings. But this game already feels held together by duct tape, and I did not want to poke at things.
We'll look into it. We'll see if we can play as Beck. Beck, who, for those of you who are uninitiated, the protagonist of Mighty Number 9, and the symbol of Keiji Inafune's involvement conceptualizing this game. He said, all right, I'll put this together for you. I'll put together the docket, the characters, all that shit. And in return, you're putting my guy in there.
Okay, so before I start... Whoa, that one zombie over to the left was freaking out. Okay, before I start, you're familiar with the Ninja Gaiden series, right?
Yeah, to the extent of having played the NES games, I think a little bit of the first one on Xbox. I never owned an Xbox, I never got the chance to fully play it, but...
Oh, I want you to bear in mind, like, the tone of the other Ninja Gaiden games. They never took themselves, like, super seriously, but they did have... They did feel like there was some sort of gravity to it, right?
Sure.
Like, your main character, Hayabusa, was very... He wasn't a silent protagonist, but he was very kind of, like...
stoic.
Honed in, focused. So I want you to bear that in mind as I click start game and we go into the opening cutscene.
Very good.
Yes, stoic, as Johnny Baggett says.
As I said, literally a minute ago.
I didn't hear it. Yeah. So, Johnny, congratulations on getting it right. All right.
I assumed you turned on subtitles, by the way, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
They're very small, though, regardless of resolution.
I should have killed you 15 ninjas ago, Hayabusa. Let's make up for lost time.
Ninja action right out the gate. I don't hate the stylization on this. The mix of 2D elements, the cell shading to 3D. This looks okay.
How about this dialogue coming up?
Nice gimps, Hayabusa. Where's your ball gag?
Don't love that as much.
The voice for our protagonist here is provided by Ian Gary. And that's the game. I failed the QuickTime event, and it's over.
Wow, let me hit the year winner screen.
I definitely did not win.
That was the first time I died. The first time's always the best. Someone had been crazy enough to bring me back. But not all of me. Instead of an arm, I had a piece of metal frozen into a fist.
Wouldn't this be welded into a fist? Not necessarily frozen, you don't need to freeze metal.
And into a
I mean, liquid nitrogen.
military.
I feel like
Population. Total bloodbath. Not a bad
budget. I get it. But this is already at the start feels like lower rent Ninja Blade.
Oh my god, just right into it, huh?
Yeah.
No establishing, like, where we are, what we're doing. Ooh.
Nope. Get right in.
You can't have anything nice.
Okay. This is a XXX to the YYY kind of game.
Will you be sucked?
I don't know what you're referring to, so we'll find out eventually, I think.
You don't remember the Konami, not the Konami presser, the, oh no, it was the Konami presser where it's the guy who says, and you press XXX into YYY, if you just try that, you'll be sucked.
I didn't remember that phrasing of it. Okay, let's see. Will this crash the game? No. Good. Okay.
Good to hear.
If you run this at 4K, if you go to the menu, the game crashes.
That ain't good.
We have it, and guess what? There's so much story in this game, and it's all text.
Great. Who needs cutscenes?
There's a lot of character. We get cutscenes, but what's important here is these are combos.
All right, let me read some of these off. Dead,
Mm-hmm.
staying the fuck down. Dead, staying the fuck down. Not just staying the fuck down or stay the fuck down, but dead, staying the fuck down. Ride the snake, which isn't a thing. You don't ride the snake, you ride the lightning. Did I stutter? No, I don't seem to recall you stuttering. It's excessive gash pain. You know, like a vagina gash is what they're going for there. I don't know if you picked up on their subtlety or not. And long distance, which is like a play on words for long distance, maybe? Is that your ranged move? Or is this a tortured pun for the sake of a tortured pun?
All right, Ride the Snake might be a SNL reference. Because there was that skit with Jim Carrey. It was like, ride the snake, ride it.
Now, see, now I have no idea about that. That's where you lose me on that reference.
That was either SNL or In Living Color, but it might have been SNL. All right, and the other thing I want to check out, leveling. Okay. Can't do anything yet, but there's a whole skill tree system that
We got room
I'm
to
definitely
grow.
definitely going to be investing heavily in this sector, but
Miss Money.
we'll see.
I'm the engineer who put you back together.
Oh yeah? Well, we missed a couple parts.
No, I enhanced a couple parts. And besides, I still have your arm in a fish tank.
You're funny.
If she has the arm in a fish tank, why wouldn't she just reattach the arm? Why wouldn't you just try to
Collateral.
use as many organic parts as possible?
Collateral. Like I said, they're keeping his favorite arm, so he'll do the missions for them.
Oh, shit.
Ninja Sector 23, request backup.
Hey,
Mega
I'm already on
Driver's...
100,
Oh, you go ahead.
155 hit combo.
Not half bad. Mega Drivers asks, how much of this have you two played through? I have never played this.
I've played through a couple levels of this a couple of times. I was actually going to play through all of this prior to this stream, but I just ran out of time. I was busy with other stuff.
Immediately.
I can't tell what that score is supposed to be, if that even was a score screen.
Let me see. Oh, I got the best rating on that. It's
Johnny
like
Baghead
bro-
asks... Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
It's like bronze, silver, gold, and platinum.
Miserable piece of
Shit! Get the fuck off of me!
Look,
Very
did
cool,
you hear
the
him
microphone
peeking
peaks.
that microphone?
Yep, microphone
Yeah.
straight up peaking there. That's awesome.
He was using my microphone.
Johnny Baghead asks, does anyone in chat remember when Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge came out relative to this? 2012, 2 years prior.
He wants me to kill the torso, but I don't know where there he is.
Tiger Chimera saying, the audio quality changed so much, I thought you did a soundboard for a second. No soundboard tonight. Charky is our resident soundboard expert, and I don't have the knack for it. So how does this feel, Charky?
Looks like you're trapped.
It feels alright.
So choke
It
up.
feels functional. That was a bad rating right there.
Tell me where I am.
Sorry, gotta leave big picture stuff to the boss. For now, your cyber retina can identify structural weaknesses. Take a peek, Ninja Man.
I'm going to move the chat up a little bit, just so the subtitles aren't potentially cut off, but you rascals in chat. Talking too much, enjoying the stream too much. How dare you?
Please feel free to continue chatting.
No, I deny them. It's... There we go.
Like even has the military by the balls now. Poor bastard.
So, execution. Final hits of combos will make enemies vulnerable. Press LT to execute and gain health. Now, there's a lot of systems in this game that they don't, as far as I can tell, they don't ever explain. And we'll see one of them. Like, how to do an execution, they explain. How to chain an execution, I don't think they ever tell you how to do that.
Grenadier.
Likewise, if I can get it to come up again. Range control immune to electricity for the chain flail. Low damage often misses torsos. Yep. If I can get it to come up, which it's not now for some reason. There was a thing on the right side of the screen. Okay, now you see it there, right? Where it says damage and it has like the flail icon.
Sure, and now it has a
sword
sword icon.
I'm not entirely sure what that is. Is that telling me like what combo I did? Because it didn't pop up that combo.
Systems. Always wanted to do a little gardening.
I am Headful says, I'm hardly being able to keep up with the action. Yeah, it does move fast. That's the thing about character action games, unless you're locked in as the player.
So we got a story piece. So you can see how much story there is. I think we can probably avoid reading the story, right?
It's very cool how this is all in text and not organic in the game at all. Because who would want that? Who would want to, like, who wants to hear a story, like, told to you? Or, you know, like,
find out the
acted
characters. Out. They have things on, like, all of the enemies. I mean, it's nice that it's there, that if you want to, like, read a bunch of lore, it's available. But, I feel like they're putting a lot of the story in there.
Which is really a good sign, as it turns out. Also... Johnny Baghead says, okay, 100%, I think Spark Unlimited took at least some influence from the DMC reboot for a lot of this presentation, writing, even the way Yaiba fights and animates, some of the animations look inspired. Well, if you're going to rip something off, rip off something that is universally beloved in DMC, Devil May Cry.
Neural interface and online your fine motor skills. You can actually open your hand now and, you know, pick stuff up.
So this game has environmental puzzles too.
Great.
So you can pick up distracted zombies. And that's called the Meat Slapper. And, well, I missed. So don't worry. They'll always spawn another one.
No, imagine the game just soft locked there.
Yeah.
So, 2014. Zombies.
Yep. Was that still in the heyday of the whole zombie craze, or had that passed already?
The Walking Dead was, I think, still relatively fresh-ish.
Well, there was also, you know, taking the whole craze of taking public domain novels and just adding zombies to it.
Like that dog shit Abraham Lincoln Zombie Hunter and,
I mean, like the
Pride and Prejudice with zombies.
Yeah. So this game has a counter system as well. Which, honestly, I feel like the timing on it is a little weird. I think most of my time getting ready for this was just trying to figure out when the timing was on counters, and I still don't entirely got it. Okay, so now we can buy perks.
My point about zombies is, you know, I was very firmly, from the very beginning, on the side of fuck zombies. Fuck zombie media. I thought that shit was played out, like, well before anyone else did. It's one of those shots I absolutely called.
I wanted to get off early.
Settle in, Monday. I plan on
Use your
sticking
flail
around.
before you go splat.
By the way, just to show you this section, these are like QuickTime sections, but they don't show you the buttons. You just sort of have to
into it.
know what these... Yeah. So this is jump, and then flail on a red thing. Don't jump here, because there's an item. Flail. Jump. Oh, now... Well, for the sake of the tutorial, it's telling me to swing, but I would honestly rather a button press than all this color stuff.
Well, if either a button press on screen, then this would more transparently be a QTE, instead of their ability to sort of cloak it and make you feel empowered, like you're actually making decisions, even though you're not, even though you're on a railroad.
Let me see if I can get some counters in. There's a timing to it. And it's actually not that flash. It is... It's almost that flash, but it's slightly off.
Like before or after? Are you preempting or are you post-empting it?
It feels like I'm pressing it a little bit later than I would otherwise.
You finally made it.
Okay. Well, now that I've done that, I'm just gonna kick his ass.
Thank you for joining us, Vega Baby. Thank you for raiding. Don't mind us. We're just getting started on Yaiba, Ninja Gaiden Z.
The water lines are superheated. Jump at the wrong time.
Whoop. Well, I jumped at the wrong time. I got a face full of hurt.
Mega Drivers want you to fail the QTEs because they are quote-unquote extremely funny.
Yay!
Okay, you're up high.
Most of the time, I just fall down, and that's it.
Far in advance.
What?
Oh, game's
Stuttering
not
a little
happy.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hardware. That's on your end, not just network. That's all I need to know. That's A-okay.
Yep.
That's too bad. 'Cause I usually need 2.
Oh, you didn't want to actually shoot me? All right, try and aim at me, helicopter. Okay.
Well, they did a
aim
little better
works.
that time.
Yeah.
Good that you encouraged them. It is cute that it only takes one rocket to down these helicopters. I mean, why drag it out any longer than necessary? This was
I'm just gonna
the
drag it in
era
time.
in which helicopter boss fights were exhaustingly getting played out. I think back to 50 Cent Blood on the Sand and how every boss fight in that game is a helicopter. I think of, like, obviously a little earlier, but GoldenEye Rogue Agent, article on Site Back Game Hall of Fame, / GoldenEye Rogue Agent, where they would send like 50 helicopters to you after you at a time that you'd have to shoot out of the air, and that's their idea of a boss fight. Helicopters are scary. I wouldn't want to fight one in real life. I mean, even with an RPG, I feel like I'd be like horribly outmatched.
I feel like in real life, if I had to try and kill someone, I wouldn't like doing it.
That wouldn't be ideal. Not my favorite way to spend an afternoon. Mega Driver saying helicopter boss fights, it must be Ninja Gaiden 3, which I'll have to take your word for it because I did not play Ninja Gaiden 3, but...
You know, mean Ninja Gaiden 3 NES or Ninja Gaiden 3 PS3?
I'm assuming PS3.
Wii U.
I'm
Actually,
assuming...
Was that a PS3 game originally, or was it a Wii U game originally?
Was it not in a 360 game? Was it not, like, Xbox exclusive, or no? I know the first Ninja Gaiden
It was not Xbox
originally,
exclusive, for sure.
Was originally the first Ninja Gaiden, because that was the time where Tecmo was targeting the Microsoft, had bet big on the Xbox, hence why Dead or Alive was an Xbox exclusive for a minute.
Did not dash out of the way in the corner.
PS3 is Ninja Gaiden 3, Wii U is Razor's Edge, says Mega Drivers, thank you.
Hey, why not chuck a zombie at it?
Johnny Baghead pointing out, and this is his fun story that I do know, that you can blame 50 Cent's son for helicopters being in that game. If I recall the story, and there is like documented like interview about this, 50 Cent was consulting his son on what he wanted to see in a video game about him. This was post Bulletproof, Blood in the Sand, I believe. And his son basically said, I want to see you kill a helicopter. I want to see you fight helicopters. And then 50 Cent effectively said to the developers,
constantly.
50 Cent just said, like, make it happen. And so they did. Boy, howdy did they ever.
Monday was right about the building collapsing. They don't make them like they used to.
Yeah, buildings used to be weaker.
Still gonzo.
Back in my day, building could withstand 50 missiles.
A huge dick. I guess that made him a dickhead.
Hello, my cyborg friend. I hear that
Just
you are
mwah, writing.
I told him to go fuck himself.
Oh, well, such an act, were I to attempt it, would confuse and sadden me, Yaiba, and it would force me to reveal that the power core keeping you alive has a kill switch I can activate at any time. And murder leaves such a bad taste in my mouth.
I cut the conversation short. It turns out he was only a hologram.
You make me laugh, Ninja Slayer.
God, this lady's design.
Our goals. You wish to kill Ryu Hayabusa, and he is here, somewhere, trying to contain this remarkable outbreak. I put you back together to kill him.
Del Gonzo was still jabbering on when I left. If he was telling the truth, I'd kill Hayabusa, then kill him. If he wasn't, I'd kill him first and then Hayabusa. I didn't have a...
If he was telling a half-truth, I would get Hayabusa and Gonzo in the same room and kill them at the same time.
Do you get that he's a guy who doesn't follow the rules? Has that been established yet? That our guy is really cool?
Established that he's a potty mouth, and I don't like that.
You have to get some soap to wash that mouth out.
No cursing this fucking stream. What I notice here is that I don't seem to have as many skill points to use as I had the first time I played this. I don't know what's going on, but it might be... maybe I just had less levels here.
Yeah, you're only level 3. You get your single skill
I feel
point
like
for
I
that.
had... I knew there was like DLC or that came with the game to like
Extra
give you more skill points at the start. And the thing is, I don't know if it's another one of those things where it's just not here because the DLC's busted, or if when I played it the first time, I used
those
up.
points they gave you the points for your first playthrough for your first new game, and then on subsequent new games you do not start with it. Right,
and I do not know what anyway, that's not a big deal. It looks like I'm about to level up soon. I really want to get Execution Chain. So we'll
execute up to 10 enemies. All right.
And they don't tell you how to do it.
Very cool. Why would you? That seems to be a big problem you're having in this game. Is it not explaining much of anything?
It'll explain some things, and then like it feels like there's a lot of stuff that they're not presenting me with.
Just point me in Hayabusa's direction.
Forge Industries has a listening station across town, hidden below a lingerie store.
Lingerie store, huh? Can I pick you up anything?
Focus, Yaiba. The spy team there should have eyes and ears on Hayabusa.
Huh?
Location.
Just kicked it right through the wall, huh?
Yep. I'm trying to get something to happen here. Let's see. Kick. Kick. Kick.
Was that
so
a
I got
kick combo?
I got an upgrade that lets me do a kick. I got an upgrade that lets me do a execution anytime on torsos or legs. And when you do an execution, it can like proc. You can proc it from like quite a ways away, but executions always seem to happen on the same space on the screen. So it just keeps teleporting me back here over and over again to do it.
Very cool.
And
fully conceived, fully thought out.
It becomes more egregious later. Also, I want to kind of keep an eye out for upgrades, but I might not find them.
Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles about to cross over.
It's it. It even does a little dance.
Goddamn clowns.
Watch, it's gonna be a wacky character trait that Yaiba, our protagonist, is actually deathly afraid of clowns. thus having a chink in the armor of his hardened, tough exterior, of his no-nonsense approach. He has a vulnerability. How many pieces of fucking media done that? Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit. What are you doing?
Quick time event. So they don't show you the button that you have to mash. They show you what the button does that you have to mash. So you have to press either the button for the chain, the button for the punch, the button for the sword, or the button for the dash by looking at those icons. Now, thankfully, they are color-coded to the Xbox buttons, so just go based off that. It's not a great system, though.
And now you're using those hands as nunchucks, or nunchuckles, if you will.
Nunchuckles, yeah. When you do a execution on certain enemies, you get their arms to use as weapons, which are just slightly different versions of your chains.
You get their arms as weapons?
Yes, you get their arms as
arms.
And
that's where Nintendo got the idea for ARMS, the video game.
Yeah. Oh, there's more of them. Did I level up, by the way?
Yes.
Yes, I did. Okay, now I can get this. So I'll do it next time I have a lot of enemies to deal with. Ah, missed it. You get a kind of short window of opportunity to do an execution.
Get a job that you love and never work a day in your life. You know, it's, as long as Yaiba's having fun, how can we deny him that? How can we not have fun in the process?
I didn't know who you were talking about. If you meant Yaiba, if you meant the clown, if you meant the zombies.
They're all living their best lives. Their best second lives. I mean, that's a theme,
yeah.
You know, we're technically undead, we died once or resurrected. These are zombies, so they're living their second lives. I'm starting to pick up on the themes of this game.
Honestly, if they were living their second lives, they would be their personas right now.
Okay, that's a fair point. So you said something earlier about this game not having expression. Or
player expression, yeah.
Player expression.
As much as like something like a like a Devil May Cry would.
Now, can you explain the concept of player expression? I'm more familiar with the concept of like fighting games to a certain extent.
Explosive to blow up that wall.
So let's see. Let's do it in the context of something that does have player expression that I was just playing, which is, by the way, if you pick someone up, you drop your weapon.
Very cool.
Anyway, when I was playing Resident Evil 6 on Saturday, folks, check out the Resident Evil 6 playthrough.
Yeah, please do. The algorithm fucking denied subscribers the ability to see that because of a copyright flag, an erroneous copyright.
So, in that game, you can just play through the game by just shooting stuff. That's valid. You'll beat the game if you just aim and shoot and do all that, and it'll be kind of a dull experience. But what you can do is you can do all sorts of stuff that there's no real reason for you to do. Like, you can just, like, do slides and flips around and quick shots into, like, melee moves, and it's almost not any more efficient than just playing the game normally, but it lets you kind of express yourself in a way that you're making it more fun for yourself. You're making it more stylish looking. You're putting your own personality into the gameplay. You're building combos that look cool to you. And I think that's like a big aspect of things like Devil May Cry, and it's hard for me to pull names out of a hat of video games while I'm trying to do this.
Bayonetta.
Yeah, Bayonetta, stuff like that. And I think like Resident Evil 6 also is an example of a game that has player expression.
This one character
not
action
so
game?
Much. Yeah, this is closer to like a God of War, I guess. But maybe even then you have more expression in God of War because you have a bunch of different weapons you can switch between. And this is sort of like you have these combos that you can do, and that's kind of it.
The rainbow on the nunchucks is kind of cute, by the way.
Yeah.
The clown shit is hackney. You know, I mean, again, we're playing a zombie game, which is like about the most hack shit you can possibly conceive of in the 2010s. But I mean, Spark Unlimited were nothing if not hacks. And I don't say that to be mean to them. I don't say that to dismiss them or, you know, to say that they should have folded or whatever. It's just because they were chasing trends, because they were like a contract studio. They were a bid studio, not a pitch studio, if you know what I mean.
These guys are kind of kicking my ass. There we go.
Oh, kick it back. By the way, to clear up what I mean by bid studio or a pitch studio, Johnny Backhead asking, did these devs make that Lost Planet 3? Yes. They were, in fact, responsible for killing that franchise as well by developing Lost Planet 3 on behalf of Capcom and not being invited back, and there being no Lost Planet 4. But that's the thing. When you are a contract studio... Oh, cutscene.
It was me against 50 of the living dead. I liked my chances.
Very necessary
Bloodlust.
cutscene.
So we can, like God of War, we can push in both the sticks to get invulnerable and do more damage.
Hell yeah.
Got a face only a mother could love. So, Johnny Backett also saying that's where I know them from, knowing Spark Unlimited. Capcom, again, deserves the blame on that. That's the thing. With a studio like Spark Unlimited, they were only as good as the budget they were allotted.
Your vitals are still doing jump.
As the parameters that were pitched to them, that were given to them for projects like this.
Observation.
Sorry.
Like, they are not... They're developing this game, but, you know, KJ Inafune conceptualized this, the character, the plot, the aesthetic, things of that nature, and it's just on them to fill that. A contract studio, a bid studio, is one that looks for job offerings and will typically say, like, okay, this publisher is looking for someone to develop a sequel in this franchise, to develop this game. We will put in a bid in terms of when we can turn this project around and for how much money.
Thought I was the only one playing with organs.
Whereas a pitch studio are actively like being courted by studios, by publishers, saying like, here's our ideas for what we could do with your franchise, and we're asking for this much money to make it happen.
Speaking of being courted, it looks like we're interrupting something.
Well, let them celebrate. Let them have their rice. Let them.
Yeah. I think they have to die.
That's unfortunate. They seem so peace-loving. They seem so happy to be here. We're just denying them this.
I should probably take these back.
You know, to put a put a tidy bow on my point, the industry needs both bid and pitch studios. It needs people who are coming up with ideas, being creative forces, you know, working residencies at major publishers or whatever the case may be. But it also needs people who are willing to do mercenary work. It needs people who will take ideas that, you know, these other people are having and to conceptualize them, to do them on time and with a certain budget threshold in mind. But it just so happens that studios like a Spark Unlimited get the raw end of the deal, the short end of the stick, and so often end up being assigned to projects that were doomed regardless of who would take them over. And that very much strikes me as the case with this game. And, you know, the other thing I would say is that this is definitely not Spark Unlimited's wheelhouse, if they had one. I mean, they put out a grand total of 5 games.
Distributes electric charge, but it's not a miracle worker. Too much of a jolt overloads your core and disables your arm abilities. Use your graphite polymer chain attacks to avoid electrocution.
So, yeah. Enemies who have an electric field around them will make it so I can't use any of my arm stuff. So, just gotta use your chain to, like, dispel their electric barrier.
Good to know.
By the way, the thing I upgraded while you were talking was overclock. So I get basically witch time if I counter an attack. I'll see if I can get that to go.
Mega Driver's pointing out that they had Monster Hunter money. I don't know if that's in reference to Spark Unlimited when they were working on Lost Planet 3, or if it's a discussion to something else here, or reference to something else that happened in chat. I'm doing my best to keep up, but I'm not usually the chat keeper-upper.
And that was a multi-execution. So I'll try to show this off. So, right. I tried to hit the execution button and the execution button again, and it said, like, nope, you did it wrong. What they don't tell you, what you gotta do is... there. On slowdown, on the fatal hit, that's when you press it. So you have to pay attention to the animations and see, like, when is that fatal hit, then you can press the button to change to the next one.
I mean, this is what people want, right? This is what character action players and people who, like, fancy themselves the hardcore, who fancy themselves, like, you know, true, real gamers. They don't need prompts. They just want to intuit the action. They want to feel like they have, like, actual agency in it based on...
I feel like this system, honestly, is mostly fine. I wish they just would have told me it existed.
Yeah, I mean,
like
explain it once. Teach a player to play the game, and they'll...
Yeah.
And they'll play the game for life, or whatever that old expression about fish is. Yeah.
They'll become a speedrunner. Yeah, you can see, like, when you get the skill, it doesn't tell you that.
And there's
now,
no
I'm
button for, like,
something.
extra info on it, either.
Now that I say that, time your next execute at the moment Yaiba kills the enemy. So they do say it, but it's hidden in the codex.
You think they would just pop that up? You think they would... Well, at least it's in here. At least it is in here in some capacity.
Yeah. Also, I think the only issue I have with the execution thing is that you do have to time it with the fatal blow, which is on that slowdown. But sometimes it feels like something should have killed the guy already. Like when he rips off the guy's head and throws it to the ground. I just mashed it that time. When he rips off the guy's head and throws it to the ground, it feels like that's the fatal blow. But no, you have to wait for him to then smash the head.
Otherwise, they'll just get right back up, and the head will just land right back on their shoulders.
So this is an instance of, so far, because I've only played like the first couple levels. Honestly, I think this game plays fine. Like, it is... We'll see if how bad it could get. And the presentation, I think, is bad. But this is definitely a competent game. Like you were talking about, you know, the whole mercenary work of, like, what Spark was doing. Like, I think, from what I played so far, I think they turned out a competent game. But we'll see if that changes as they add more layers to it.
I think the presentation, at least, like, as it is here, like, the environments, and there's, like, use of color, it's not the most ugly game I've seen. The cutscenes, you know, the comic panel shit, that shortcut, you know, cheapo shit definitely, like, stands out. A lot of the UI elements, I'm not super, like, stoked on, but... I
would also say, I count the script as part of the presentation, script in the voice acting.
Sure. The voice acting, yes, is part of the presentation, because audio design and whatnot. This looks low rent. The zoom in, the mostly static animations there.
Yeah. Spinal Zap. So now we have electric nunchucks.
So do any of these weapons feel like significantly different from one another?
Look at me. Those were not my
you mean like the chucks that I'm picking up?
Yeah.
I doubt she was the only one.
Kinda? Like, there's some instances where they have, like, a very significant effect. But
we're close to the lingerie.
Generally, like, I can tell, like, the electrical ones kind of stun a bit.
The infection hit?
Here's a question for you. Where is Hayabusa, and why isn't my foot up his ass yet?
Calm down, Tiger. They'll know where he is.
They'd better.
Now, don't tell me it's raining. You better not tell me it's raining. I don't know why this guy is here. beyond the piss joke, because he's marked as like a distracted one that you could pick up and throw. He doesn't have any piss abilities. Like, you're not gaining that, and there's nothing to throw him into to break stuff.
What, you mean you can't, like, take two penises, tie them together, then use them as, like, a piss nunchuck? Or that's not what they're building up to here?
I don't know. Is that in the upgrade thing? Shoulder blade, hagpipes, half-pipes. The D-pad doesn't work anymore.
Ah, who needs it?
So this is a bug. If you're on this menu and you go all the way to like the edge, and then you go one more over,
It goes in the negative zone.
Yeah, basically that. The D-pad stops working. You have to just go somewhere else and come back. But
That's
if
awesome.
Anywhere on the screen, if you press the D-pad in a direction where there is not a node, you lose the D-pad.
That rules.
So, you know what? Maybe they didn't make a completely competent game.
Maybe not. Perhaps not. But hey, they probably delivered it on time and on budget. And that's all that matters. And that's how studios get work. Folk are saying this comment from Video Game King deserves some commendation. One of Yaiba's major failings is it works with the ideas of things without interrogating their substance. Comic book aesthetics are cool, sex and violence are cool, but the game doesn't say anything about why they're cool, much let that answer inform its overall design. Johnny Backett says that he wants to blame Inafune for this edgy tone, considering he was the main guy behind the direction of DMC just before the backlash happened and he bolted from Capcom. But with the timing, the writing tone is likely not his fault. But it's hilarious that this has very similar writing tone to DMC.
Let's try out these electric things. Yeah, that has an appreciable difference.
And so to be clear, like, in using these alternate weapons, is it just like a different face button that you're pressing, or is like you're toggling between which weapon?
So it replaces the chain.
Okay.
But also they have durability. You can see that in the lower right corner. And like this weapon's almost done. Actually, let's just... Yeah, and that.
Lock him in place.
And I think I get nunchuckles from this guy. God, I forgot what button that was. It was Y. I lost the chance to get that.
Looks like you did fine. You still got gold.
Yeah. Okay, let me see this. So I'm back here now. So let's do that again. And I'm back here now. All right, let's go back over here and fight these guys again.
Cool teleporting. You're a little closer to the gate this time. Oh, no, never mind.
Let's go back over here and fight these guys again. This is where I said it got egregious.
Yeah, that's... I get wanting to like make sure there's not like a mess of collision when you do like the execution moves or whatever. I get them like moving it to like a preordained area within this current screen you're in.
Just needs an operator.
But actually warping you afterwards, it would be less... I know it would still be dissonant to have you like return to where it was, like you're jumping like back and forth and then back again, but to actually teleport you backwards. Ay.
My dad used to do this for me when I was a kid. When I was a little kid, I was like, hey, drag me. I was like, yeah, okay. I loved it. Anyway.
Why you couldn't drive the steamroller here is... Oh, remember the joke from Austin Powers?
Yeah.
You know, that they did 15 years prior?
Also, I couldn't do it because I'm not union.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Here's an answer for everything.
I don't know. there's some game that I definitely played that like every combat encounter had like a pithy little name like that, like they do here. But I can't remember top of my head what it was. I don't know if anyone in the chat can think of a game that does that specific sort of thing.
I also am thinking of some game back in the day that I can't remember the name of or anything about.
Missed it.
But every screen had its own. I'm thinking of fucking like not Manic Miner.
I mean, like Snoopy on the Commodore 64 was like that.
I think a lot of C64 and ZX Spectrum games had that. In fairness, Monty on the Run is what I'm thinking of. I think.
Okay.
Or Jet Set Willy, or any number of games. Like we said, a lot of games used to just have names for every individual screen. This is slightly different. These are names for every combat encounter.
Yeah.
A similar principle, anyway.
And I was thinking definitely of like specifically combat encounters, though, that I remember there being some game I played that did the same sort of thing. Also, a very good move I have found playing this is this charge move of X. Because of a lot of, well, I fucked that up though. With a lot of the basic zombies, you can just chain that real easily into a bunch of executions.
Mega Driver saying that Monty on the Run needed fatalities with camera tricks. Goddamn right. You know, these snooty Europeans and their microcomputers can't begin to approach the majesty of this game.
Well, that was a lot of flashing effects. I guess I can use a perk now. Oh, actually, that would be a good time to get more combos. 9 new combos. So that is...
Johnny Baggett with a good recommendation, I actually fully agree with. Another way to avoid clipping for the execution screens would be to go super stylized, have a single color background for those animations, make sure it has layer priority over the level geometry, but that might be a bit technical for PS360 era game. No, I think that would be doable. Even if it just warps you into... Because clearly they're capable of warping the character to, like, that predetermined stage. Just warp them to an empty room that is just, like, a void. That is just a pure color screen.
There were more sword moves that I didn't... sword combos that I didn't recognize there. Okay, so here is another thing. When I talk about character expression, is the ability to really tell, like, this combo ends in this way, which means I can now lead into this other thing. Like having very distinct combos and knowing like this sets up for something else. Here's where I can branch off from there. Like the end of a combo does not necessarily have to be the end of what you're doing. In this, if I just hit buttons, it all just feels the same. Like if I just hit buttons in like, again, like a Devil May Cry or a Bayonetta, then I feel like I'm doing stuff suboptimally. I can feel where like things are not clicking together correctly. And here, it kind of doesn't feel like it matters which of these combos I do.
Well, what's more important than whatever like linking together and things feeling organic and natural momentum, what's more important than that is coming up with funny names for all the combos, like Repeat Offender.
Yeah. Because if you can't laugh, well, you know, what are you doing?
Like, the thing that, like, really, like, surprises me is Spark Unlimited signing on for this project in the first place. And I get that, you know, work is work, and probably to, like, in their perspective, a video game is a video game, right? But, like, you know, their trajectory was, the first thing they did, of the 5 games they put out, the first one was Call of Duty Finest Hour, which was, I think, the first console Call of Duty game. Then they did Turning Point Fall of Liberty, which is, like, this alt history... first-person shooter that wasn't very good. Then they do Legendary on behalf of Gamecock, which is another subpar first-person shooter. You may have watched us play it. Then Lost Planet 3 in 2013. Then this. So they jumped from genre to genre towards the end there. They went from being solely first-person shooters to whatever like Lost Planet 3 was. So like third-person shooter to character action.
Lost Planet 3.
Lost Planet 3, yes. Super Electric Violence now saying, now I know who to blame for Finest Hour. Finest Hour was fine. They did sue Activision afterwards for, quote-unquote, trying to kill them off. It was their belief that Activision was conspiring to destroy Spark Unlimited, that they reneged on contractual stuff or something. But I think Spark actually... came out the other end of that okay. which is a
We
rare
just solved the
win.
puzzle.
A rare win for the little guy. Did the color temperature of the room like completely change from one like shot to the other? Yeah.
It feels like that happens a lot.
They
Like,
really
I'm
like
not
the
in love
dancing
with this
zombie.
presentation.
They also really like the dancing zombie bit. How many zombies have
Yeah.
we seen doing variations or different bits of the thriller dance thus far in this game?
The question is, how many have we yet to see?
And smoking will kill you.
I don't think there's any, like... I don't think these are like the electric brides at all, where, like, it's a bad idea to hit... Okay, well, they'll explode. That's the issue.
But if you execute them, then there's no concern, is there?
Who was throwing grenades at me? Is that... Were those grenades?
They did introduce that one grenade throwing enemy earlier.
Well, those are more grenade-holding enemies.
Fair point. Maybe they have the wherewithal to toss him. Who's to say?
Yoink.
Does it feel like there's a variety of enemies?
You know what? I'm honestly a little surprised this early on that we have this many types. Granted, I don't have that many different He's having a hard time. It's not like I have to enforce that many different strategies to deal with them. Like, in a couple cases, like this clown, I just have to know they have some tells. Like, when they T-pose, that means they're going to do an attack I can't counter.
The classic. Man, you're not wrong. They really do just, like...
Yeah. Come here. Oh, fuck. He exploded. Okay, well, he exploded too. Come here.
It seems like you're rarely,
I
if ever, in danger of losing all your health, of dying.
I actually died a lot when I was trying this yesterday, but I was mostly trying to learn counter timing.
Right.
So I was putting myself in a situation where I was going to die a lot. Did you stop running away? Oh, I guess he was burning to death. Never mind. No,
Should have
carry
stopped,
on.
dropped, and rolled. That would have saved him. I mean, granted, you would have killed him immediately afterwards with your sword, but
yeah,
would have prolonged. Mega Driver saying that the damage in this game is no joke, but I see them also like tossing a lot of health at you.
So it helps that I'm doing a lot of executions.
It's a good thing there was a circle on the ground where you were meant to land.
Yeah. It's not like I have to aim for it. What killed him? He didn't even hit the ground yet.
He hit the building at full speed rather than landing. Also, roof chops is barely a joke.
Listen, they got probably over 100 of them for this game. You know,
they ain't all gonna be winners.
Yeah. Oh, I actually got killed.
Nice ragdoll.
Yeah, these guys hit kind of hard.
Well, let's see where the checkpoint is.
The checkpoints are pretty generous. I think if you like hit a spot that's named, that is your checkpoint.
All right, at least there's that. You decided to skip that. You didn't need to see that animation a second time. Good. Are there no ways to like isolate these enemies effectively to say like, okay, put this one off, bait this one?
What was? Oh, Jesus. All right. Hey, who in chat said damage is no joke? Because they
That would
were
be
right.
Mega Drivers. Yep. We're gonna problem solve on the fly. We don't claim to be experts at these games.
Do it. Now, like I said, I wanted to play more of this game, but I just didn't have the chance. I don't have a full bloodlust meter yet, so I can't just do that.
Can't just cheat your way out of this.
Yeah. I think what I might have to do is actually focus. Shit! that was all my health.
It only takes one execution. Microphone blown out again. Natsume says, this was the last video game I ever rented. I had 3 days on it. I returned it in one. That's certainly...
Ooh, wow.
A way to go out. A good note to go out on.
Then I killed Blockbuster personally.
Natsume also pointing out this game basically has 2 camera angles. I do recall seeing this in the menu. View from orbit or inside Yaiba's colon. I'm assuming this is the view from orbit that we're currently being treated to now.
This is whatever default is. Okay, my health situation is solved.
Doseku saying this is so far removed from the original Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, the arcade game. Yeah, it's a little far off.
I mean, it's almost like a side story of Ninja Gaiden, a Ninja Gaiden,
if you will. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no jump, by the way, so she's in the air. I don't think I can do anything about it. Which, actually, that feels weird now that I think about it, that there's no jump in a Ninja game.
Into them. You could probably take that zombie there with the exclamation point, toss it into her while she's in the air.
Yeah, good point. Hold up. Come back down.
Magic Meow saying that the zombie with the exclamation point has a quest.
Oh, damn it.
Well, your health is recharged anyway.
Nah, but I wanted to finish her off with a QT so I could get her weapon. Because I could use that to charge up this thing, and there's an item behind there. So that's just locked now.
Very cool.
This isn't the electric ones, right? This is just the nunchucks. Yeah. Oh well.
Better than nothing.
I think it was story content and not like a potential power-up.
Bad news is, it's on lockdown, and I have no external access.
And the good news?
Heck.
Right?
Katharika?
Keck66. It's Cyrillic, you see.
Hear it.
Just like also pointing out that this series technically takes place in the DOA universe. I'm not so sure. I don't think they've acknowledged the zombies in the DOA universe as of yet. Maybe in time. Maybe they ever bring back DOA. They will never bring back DOA. Classy.
Oh, you want classy. Here's classy.
As the man Yaiba, I have always preferred women's underwears to men's. If cuddling your maracas is wrong, then I don't want to be right.
Very cool, the panties, that they made sure to show that shot, in that shot that the panties just phase through the ground when they land and don't pile up or anything. What a piece of shit this game is.
He's ruining my fucking panty party.
Get a little closer to your mic.
Yeah.
Just a little closer.
Okay, so because I don't have the electric things, I also can't show off what they do against these guys.
Not yet,
it seems
maybe
that
later.
Yeah, but it seems that if you... It might be a one-hit kill on these guys. It's either a one-hit kill or it just completely fucks them up.
Well, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you get what you need.
You do still have fleshy parts, you know. When you're burning, dash forward to kick on embedded nano fans that will extinguish the flame.
What is with everyone being averse to stopping, dropping, and rolling in this universe?
now I'm taking a lot of damage. All right.
Get in,
should
do
be
your attacks,
countering
and get
more,
out. Yeah.
But Jesus.
Video Game King says, imagine if Deadpool and Wolverine had a baby and then decided to raise it on Drawn Together reruns. That baby is Yaiba.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Magic Now is saying, everyone talks about Ninja Gaiden, but what about the Ninja main story? It's called Shinobi. Thank you very much. It's
Okay, Ninja Gaiden had some other name in Japan.
Not how
I don't remember what it was.
I will find
But,
out.
For whatever reason, when they brought it to America, they decided to call it Ninja Gaiden. Oh, that's not the button to skip.
Ninja Ryuken, then, which is Legend of the Ninja Dragon Sword in Japan.
See, that makes more sense than calling it Ninja Gaiden apropos of nothing. Oh, didn't want me to do that.
It was also known as Shadow Warrior in Europe, by the way, so another name to add to the confusion here. Elvis the Culture Advisor saying that at this point DOA is Ninja main story, and you know,
Am I stuck?
we're not getting another one of those. Yeah,
think
you
I'm
appear to
stuck.
be. Oh,
Okay.
did you counter your way out of it?
Yeah, I countered my way out of it. But I was physically stuck there. Rigor mortal. Oh. That's new. I haven't seen this one yet.
Chat's now talking about Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles in the UK as opposed to Ninja because the UK was very vehemently anti-ninja for a period of time. It's because that was their apology for Richard Harrison and all those ninja movies that he made. They're like, okay, we're gonna back off of this zombie thing for a minute, or not zombie, this ninja thing. We're gonna reconsider this whole thing.
So now I have a gun. Well, now I don't have a gun. It's gone.
Slaughter!
Johnny Baghead saying, ooh, this taking dropped enemy weapons, this is just Bayonetta's dropping weapons mechanic. You know, and Carmen mentioned earlier, Magic Nails mentioned earlier, that the rage mechanic that you have here, you know, isn't that just like Doom 2016?
I mean, the rage mechanic is God of War, straight up.
Oh, is it? I never played God of War.
Yeah.
Vega Baby affirming that Ninja Terminator, starring Richard Harrison, is a classic piece of cinema. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I did not mean to denigrate the Garfield phone in the Ninja Empire. It has to be restored, I hear.
That guy's a little stuck.
I wish Ashens was in here. I know they're a big Ninja Terminator fan.
I would like to get rid of these fire guys first. Oh, I guess I killed the clown.
All right,
Good enough. Is there an item in here? Oh, it's the
Pick and choose.
nunchucks I lost earlier.
Introduce yourself.
Johnny Baghead contesting that Lollipop Chainsaw is this tone actually done well.
I'd like to Lollipop Chainsaw.
Welcome to my listening station. The heart that pumps a special kind of blood. Information. Well, no one seems to be home. Usually they leave out circus peanuts or those little root beer barrels for guests. Root beer barrels.
Fire.
Isn't that so random?
Do it.
Root beer barrels? I bet you weren't expecting him to say that.
They're circus peanuts.
That's what makes it funny, you see. Now, this is just a little Comedy 101. It's called a non sequitur. Folks, keep up with me. It's where you say something random, and that's funny. Waffles. See, that's just a little bit of the kind of humor you'll get from the Bad Game Hall of Fame.
You were more on the ball than I was with that one. I was looking for something.
Sports.
I couldn't find it. You found it. God damn it. Maybe I should have waited for that to not be on fire before I... Fuck, maybe I should have moved.
So Tenga saying in chat, well, I've only been here a minute and this sucks. Sub Borderlands has humor.
Okay, this is always the conundrum, right? The game wants me to go a certain way, right? And
But
I
you
wanna
know
go
that
the
by
way
not
it doesn't
going,
want me to go.
Yeah,
Yes.
that you'll just get the item that is absolutely on the other side there. So
I feel like I want to go this way because that's
this is
more
always
obvious.
the guess. I feel like the camera is yeah, definitely go that way. No, I mean the other way.
This way?
No, the other way. No, I mean yeah, this way. The way with the door. I think that is. Yeah, called it.
All right. Yep, you got it. I don't even know if getting a story piece gets me experience points or not. Speaking of experience points, am I leveled
Probably
up
time
yet?
to level up.
Yeah, I am.
Timrod
Okay.
saying that Cass was going full control alt delete. I resent that. Hex in Hell saying, asking who is this protagonist and why he's so raunchy. This is Yaiba. You know,
Yeah.
the classic Ninja Gaiden character, Yaiba.
Here's the story of Yaiba Part 3.
This is where you get his entire backlog. This is his entire backstory. Because you certainly don't get it in the
There's so much
fucking
more to
video
go.
game. You don't get it in
wonder
the
if all
actual
of
plot.
this- I wonder if all of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, no, 15 ones are just for Yaiba. If there's another character that gets put in there.
Well, we gotta know about Miss Monday, too, our assistant.
But we gotta know what combos we have for Flail Mastery. Circle gets the scare. Timely Hollywood Square reference. Leap to contusions.
Super happy
wetter.
punch time.
Tallywhacker, slacker, smacker. So hit the B button and then hit other buttons. Okay, I got it.
Are they going to cover every single combination of buttons, of face buttons, up to a certain level? That's what it feels like it's getting to at this point.
I think I've gotten all of them. I think I've gotten all of the main combos. Unless there's like something else here that I missed. No, I think the rest of these are like individual things. I feel like I might want to get this. Struggle minigames are easier to win. It's not
You
like
know?
I have trouble with them, but it just makes it happen faster.
You might as well.
Yeah.
It won't hurt to have.
Like, I was going back this way.
Johnny Baggett saying that Tallywhacker, Slacker, Smacker feels like Cockney rhyming slang. Well, have a butcher's at this, then. Don't fall down the apples and pears. That's the only Cockney rhyming slang I remember. And I did not put on my Cockney accent for it. The Cockney accent I absolutely have down to a science. Michael Caine, eat your fucking heart out. You having a giraffe, Cass? Oh yeah, that's a third one. That's a third one I should have remembered.
Alright, so I don't get a weapon off of these guys. They're just normal stiffs.
Natsume saying that the 1-2 punch of Ninja Gaiden 3 in this probably did irreparable damage to the franchise. Yeah, judging for the fact they haven't had a game since this,
Yeah.
I would say that you might be onto something there. Or I'm sorry, there was a 2021 release of the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, which contains Ninja Gaiden Sigma,
Right.
Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3. Try saying
Right,
Ninja
so
Gaiden 3 times fast. Hot damn.
It said that a mix of electricity and fire will create like storms. Well, I gotta go get a new electric guy. Here. So that'll happen.
Firestorm.
Yeah. So that kills them, and that might also fuck up anyone in the vicinity. I think that also includes me. It definitely fucks up the camera.
Magic
My
Man is
ability
saying,
to
oh
view
yeah,
anything.
Ninja Gaiden is never coming back. So Tenga saying that Ninja Gaiden is stuck in DOA hell, and even the future of that seems uncertain. I did mention earlier that, yeah, DOA is never coming back. This is Ninja Gaiden on its own is more likely to come back than DOA is. The reason DOA died is because those games had always been in a sales slump since the first Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. For more on that, for more like the numbers breakdown, read our article on Dead or Alive Paradise on badgamehalloffame.com/dead-or-alive-paradise. where we get into all the numbers and how that series was on a doomed trajectory. It had nothing to do with the PC crowd or the woke culture coming for DOA or any of that shit. It was just a consistent money loser at a certain point.
This is impossible to parse.
Did she teleport at a certain point there? Did she just
yes.
like...
Oh, she teleports. That's just her thing.
They teleport now?
They teleport now.
Johnny Baghead saying, UI aside, I don't dislike the in-game graphics, like I said earlier, just as well, but the visuals are too much here. I can't follow anything.
Destroy all the comps if they have to leave.
Maybe Del Gonzo talked them to death.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise and static.
Circuit breaker.
The reason I keep saying, like, I don't like... wait, let me just see what they say.
You'll need to short it out with something.
Okay, short the thing out. Not that, I guess. The reason I'm saying, like, I don't like the, whoops. I don't like the presentation is because it really gets in the way of being able to parse what's happening.
Yeah.
Do I need another one? You. Do I need... Do I need that one?
Doing the thriller dance again. Yeah, that's incredibly strange. I can't tell what they want you to do here.
No, I know what they want me to do here. I just need to wait. I know that thing's going to activate the second I want to...
Oh, it's a timing puzzle. Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Whoops, I didn't want to...
Frank Gothic saying that whenever you lose the main character in a combat scene, it's never a good sign.
Yeah.
Very active chat tonight, I've got to say. Thank you all for it.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, this little gem is a robotic defense unit. We used a dog cerebellum for its neural network. And as you can see, we kind of screwed the pooch.
Yeah, I'm noticing a pattern.
I would make that screw the pooch pun if I was talking about something with a dog brain in it. I'm not above that joke. The rest of the jokes in this game I've been above, so...
We actually have a health bar now.
Is this the first time an enemy has had a health bar? Is this the first, like, boss?
Yeah. I think this is the first boss.
Natsume saying that, damn, Boston Dynamics really fell off in this universe. Doesn't seem to have much health unless it has, like, multiple health bars, which it probably does, right?
Maybe. Oof, jeez. Every hit it does is a lot, though. Ah, damn it.
Yeah, I could have seen that coming.
You know what I need is more energy drink. I don't know how much of that was said when I was facing away from the microphone.
Something energy drink.
Yeah, that, you know what? That's the important bit.
Oh, this little gem is a robotic defense unit. We used a dog cerebellum for its neural network.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
they gave
heard
me
this
back.
before. Natsume saying that this developer has a hell of a track record, Legendary Lost Planet 3, and this. Don't forget Turning Point Fall of Liberty. Of their 5 games, and Call of Duty Finest Hour, which is fine. I wonder why they shut down. I mean, the answer isn't because the game's reviewed badly. Like, let's make that clear. It's just because there wasn't a space for them. I mean, it's a contributing factor, to be sure, that, you know, but, you know, as far as the publishers they worked with were concerned, they were developing games on time and on budget. And ultimately, like, when they're putting out those contracts, that's all they want. That's all they're looking for. You can, like, keep a reputation in the industry for forever, for years doing that. Rebellion Developments is still around, despite everything. You know, so, like, ultimately, like, we put a lot of emphasis on, like, Metacritic scores and the aggregate. But really, it's just, like, if the games they were attached to sold or not. And that's the real issue, is that, you know, through circumstances, through faults that are not their own, you know, developing these sequels to franchises that are already kind of niche. Like, as much as folk love Lost Planet and Lost Planet 2, I don't recall either of those games being top sellers at any point. In Ninja Gaiden, for its, you know, place, for as respected as, like, that original one is, original
I'm
meaning...
definitely going to kill myself with this thing.
Original meaning the NES trilogy, and also, like, the first in the Itagaki series. Those were never, like, you know, mega platinum, multi-platinum sellers.
Let myself into the command center. Del Gonzo's listening team had been doing more than listening. Came across something they couldn't handle. Only 2 men could make cuts that clean, and I was one of them. Monday said the sewers led to a research facility at the edge of town, the Lazarov Institute. It was probably where the genetic game show started in the form of something called Compound 72. Hayabusa had chosen the scenic route to get there. It suited him, but I'd flush him out.
Alright, good. Nice exposition dump there, that's all we need. God forbid we show him, like, accessing a computer terminal, or you know, coming to any realization. Us seeing how he comes across this information, you know?
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. Can't you see?
Frank Gothic's redeemed a drink up. Don't mind if I fucking do.
Yeah, I already took care of that because I was choking on something. All right.
I don't care if you people try
What's
to
up,
get in
Drake?
my way or not. In time, you'll find out
Let's
who's right.
see. What's all the way up here?
Magic Mouse did
Best
redeem and say
recovering.
something nice, so what do you got?
Oh, me? I think this is, gameplay-wise, I think this is, like, perfectly competent as a masher kind of a game. It's not, you know, I almost don't want to call this character action because it is kind of mindless, but sometimes you want mindless. Sometimes you want to just hit the X button and the Y button and the B button a lot. I think they made a perfectly serviceable video game.
Yeah, it feels to me like Spark Unlimited were competent workmen in terms of, like, programming.
Again, I would say gameplay-wise, story-wise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, again, is Concept and Inafune are largely to blame for that, as I'm to understand it. You know, maybe their mastery of, like, aesthetics and, like, presentation is also not.
Description of what happened here. Use your cyber red. Pretty sweet, huh?
It breaks the heart. You're never safe from sudden ninja attack. Not even in your own clandestine listening station.
You gonna tell me what your team was really doing?
I have to hold the vision button
3 weeks
to keep
ago,
this in.
I ordered the
Okay.
listening team to
All
investigate
right, enough of that.
Positive, which has its hand in some pretty terrifying cookie jars. Now, this fact was no doubt discovered by Hayabusa.
And?
And I wish you luck on your hunt.
Oh, I can move.
Keeping us in the dark, huh? Yeah, I see him doing the dance.
Let's just appreciate him.
Good thing he was there, otherwise you couldn't have made that jump.
Ooh, it's Sonic now. Not my problem. Achievement unlocked.
Yaiba gets
I'm curious
his
if that's
hand
popping
dirty.
up on the stream.
Yes,
Yep,
it
that
is. Yeah.
Wait, trick. Oh, I thought it said trick Hayabusa. Like, pull
I got a
prank on him.
surprise for him. Johnny Baghead says, yeah, I noticed some people get offended if a hack and slash they like isn't considered stylish or character action, but those games can be great without being one. Yeah. And you know me, I consider all hack and slash, character action, all these games just to be 3D beat 'em ups. That's where it begins and ends for me. They're all the same to me. I can obviously understand the distinctions between the subgenres, but for me, I like the broadest possible genre tags.
I prefer. This is where we differ. The only place where we differ. is that I prefer to like compartmentalize things into a lot of different genres because I find it more helpful for me if I'm in like a mood for something.
Sure, I understand the purpose of that. I think subgenres are fine, but when I'm sorting stuff, when I'm trying to find, like... I like general tags, like something for like the chance time that we do, right? Check out our bad game chance time streams. This is promote other stuff, the episode right here. Where, you know, it's a struggle to find, like, we have these very broad genre tags. You know, here's shooter games, here's driving games, and yet, because there's so many subgenre tags that I need to fix, I need to dumb down and broaden, it's still particularly hard to find in my very curated library, just because of the way that people prefer to tag their genres.
I'm really not finding any of this stuff at all, like the resistance and the life stuff. I'd love to, and I'm missing a lot of them. If I were playing this on my own, I would be wasting so much time looking for this on every screen. I don't have the luxury of doing that during a show.
Perhaps between episodes, because I do believe this game is going to be more than one episode.
I don't know if I have the option to go back to levels.
You guys are practically bursting with Compound 72 from Lazarus. If I were you, Yaiba, I wouldn't let that shit anywhere near you or your systems.
That new elemental thing I have to watch out for? But this is farther than I've ever played before.
It's all new territory for you.
Yeah.
Puke again, puke again.
Every time I... Yeah. Rule of 30s, you're going to get another one.
No, he's putting the hand down. That means you're going to stop on the second one. You'll see pukes immediately here. No, okay. Oh, now he's just gone. Oh, no, he moved over there. Okay, I see.
And he puked again. There we go, rule of 30s.
Oh, another drink up, but don't mind if I fucking do.
I might have to get a new drink at some point.
So a lot of these combat arenas are just squares.
Yeah. The fact that you can't jump really limits like how they can build these things.
They could have like pillars in the middle or something like that.
Well, I don't like that.
Yes.
Buster's sister.
Buster or Blister?
Blister. Oh.
Blister sister. That makes more sense.
Great font choices across the board here.
Okay, don't step on that. Here, come jump at me again. No, not like that.
Load your photoreceptors and impair visual processing. Luckily, your cyber retina doesn't suffer the same issues, so switch to your cyber vision if you're blinded.
That still doesn't seem preferable. That actually does not help at all.
It shows you where the enemy is on screen.
It doesn't show where I am on screen.
You should just intuitively know that at all times.
It seems to be what the camera wants me to do most of the time. That's not all that easier, considering that I spent a level up thing to get that. Press B to shoot. Blinds enemies. Blinds... How useful is... Okay, we'll see. How useful is blinds enemies?
It stuns them for a second, too. I think that's the more vital thing. I would have led with the stun.
I guess he's also just not attacking me, more or less. The thing is, when I have these items equipped, I can't use my flail in a combo.
But there's still combos you could chain together.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of combos, and for what it's worth, it's not like most of the combos feel like they have that much utility to them, but flail is pretty useful when you have like a big group of enemies. Granted, I could always like drop it, and then wait a minute.
Yeah, I saw the
Did I
items
miss
on the
something over
platform
there?
beneath. Yeah. Can you jump?
Well, I
Oh, you
can't go
can't
get him
jump
now.
over. Fuck.
No, there's no jump. It seems like that's where they're hiding a number of the items, is like in those jumping quick time sections that you have to know, like, don't actually do the thing, do something else.
Yes, I see that.
What is that thing doing?
It's a limb. There's solid ground there. It's an invisible bridge. Man, I just
really
lost where you were. I thought you were the one getting knocked all the way like towards the camera.
Nope.
But that's just a zombie.
Missed that.
It's 100% of the shots you don't take. It's 100% of the inputs you don't press.
There we go.
Beam splash
done.
X. Oh, well, there you go.
Gone.
Sid asks, so how misogynist has it been so far? I only watched like 5-minute clips here and there, but all of them had it. That hasn't been the leading issue. That hasn't been the primary problem with this.
Were we fighting electric guys at all? At anywhere in this level? Because this requires electricity. Oh, electric shark. Well, at some point, electricity happened and opened this thing up, so I got it.
Well, that's convenient. I mean, the most misogynist thing that's happened so far, I guess, is the us having to go to a lingerie store and asking our assistant, our sidekick character, if she wanted us to pick up anything for her, which isn't really.
Well, also we got we drove a bus between the legs of a giant like
Building
model of
that
a
had-
lady, and we got rained on by panties.
I don't know if that's misogynist per se. I don't know if that qualifies. That's just like weird.
It's a
sexual
weird
undertone.
objectification. It is weird, yeah.
Yeah. I really liked what the camera did there, by the way, where it was stuck inside of some objects, so when it was trying to do its like predetermined, pre-programmed panning, it didn't quite work out.
What was that reaction?
I think the toxicity of the hag
Makes them
pipes
into crystals?
mixed with electricity of them causes crystallization.
Okay. Maybe they'll explain that later.
No.
I mean not in terms of why that happens, but in terms of like, hey, that's a thing you can do. Also, did I lose a... No, I did not lose an opportunity to get something.
That you know of. Sid saying, wow, that lady did a Tatsumaki on you. Never mind,
okay.
we achieved equality.
Right, I have to hit... Why? What? What?
Let's try that again.
But that's a... Okay. Jump.
Third time's the
Jump.
charm.
Not entirely sure what I did different.
Why did it go into slow motion?
Why did I fall?
Let's try that again.
Let's try it again. Why did I fall? I'm trying to jump over the fire. Maybe I don't. Nope, I have to jump over the fire. I'm not taking damage from this, so there's that. Okay. Again, don't know what happened differently.
Wow, this seems... those platforming sections, those QTE sections seem really cool and good and fully thought out.
Again, like Ninja Blade.
What the hell was that?
Something big. We're getting closer to the Lazarus biotech facility. They have been pulling some shit that makes even me blush.
Who cares what Beaker crapped it out? If it bleeds, it bleeds.
Thank you, Mr. Intellectual Curiosity.
Into that line, if it bleeds, we can bleed it.
Blind the baby.
No, no, no. Don't blind the baby. Okay. Well, we blind it with fire. No, I mean, I have the hagpipes, which is a thing that blinds.
Bile and fire.
Make infirm.
Frank Gothic saying that Yaiba's death screams were the first time this game has legitimately made them laugh.
I don't know what... Okay, let's
Just
try
walk
this.
up to it and see what happens.
Right. Okay. Let me grab this again. Oh. Okay, well, I mean, but I have this. I didn't need to do that puzzle, I guess.
Well, they had it for people who weren't carrying the hagpipes with them still.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
For now,
I would like to get
else you're in for, but
whatever's behind there, because I have to assume there's something.
long enough for your eye to record some good footage.
There we go.
Hell
That was
sure.
worth it.
All right, I have one more to get, I think.
Pro Striker 92 saying, I was looking at the DOA Paradise article, our article that is, and this is one of those games that I would feel embarrassed if I tell to my friends I'm playing it. Yeah! Yeah! Huh.
But what, DOA volleyball or Yaiba? I'm assuming DOA volleyball.
Take a peek.
Momiji of the Hayabusa clan.
What's she doing here?
Magic. Ninpo. Probably trying to figure out what makes these things tick.
Oh, really? Wow. I doubt her magical act can figure out what Compound 72 really is or where it's from. We sure as hell can't.
How are they going to write off... How do you think they're going to write off the fact that we obviously don't kill Ray Hayabusa in this game?
I'll look him up some hackneyed, thing where our hero actually becomes a hero at some point. Or, like an anti-hero at the very least. And it's like, all right, I won't kill you for now. And Ryu's gonna be like, that Yaiba, he's a character.
Open canal is electrified.
Now they explained it.
Chemical grab from Lazarus is causing some fascinating interactions.
Fucking fanboys is the name of this stage, of this screen, of this encounter.
I probably... Well, whatever. We're in it.
That joke would make sense if there were enemies that had, like, fans, like propeller blades for heads and they were flying around, but... But they're just in hazmat suits.
Okay, is it not electrified anymore? Okay, I would like to open this up. Alright, I don't know what I was doing by opening those things up, but I did it. Jesus Christ. Okay. I thought opening those things up would, like, show me, like, a secret item or something. Why don't I take care of these enemies first? And
Yeah,
then
probably a good
work
idea.
out
Probably
that.
behooves you to. Johnny Baggett says this level is not to be confused with fucking femboys. That's a different level later in the game. I'm looking forward to that one.
That open canal is electrified. This chemical grab from Lazarus is causing some fascinating interactions.
What is happening on the screen? There's something happening.
Well, they're spitting acid at you, which is making your screen all gooey.
Yeah, there's that, but there was also, like, it looked like some sort of polygon was, like, having a fit off in the corner for a moment.
So the electrified water or whatever this is really wasn't like that big a concern or deal. Oh, wait. Huh? Okay.
And now I can break it.
I would let them stay in the crystals because that'll buy you time to attack the other one.
I mean, it's a one-hit kill, though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, did I lose it? No, I've lost the ability to use the thing right now because I'm electrified. Oh, it got stuck on that electric field. Like, her own electric field stopped her electric bolt.
Oh, she outfoxed you there.
There we go.
So you mentioned that one enemy earlier that's like, you know, if you use electricity on this guy, it's a one-hit kill. And clearly the bile here against these ladies is like set you up for one-hit kill. So it seems like they are giving you options for skipping encounters, possibly at the cost of like, you know, extending your combos or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least like some degree of choice that you can make.
Yeah.
That's somewhat admirable. I know that the Say Something Nice hasn't been redeemed for a few minutes, but that's something nice I could say.
I don't like that like sound he makes when he's in a QTE.
He's really excited. This is what he loves to do.
Trying to back off, but hey, why don't you jump in here? Never mind, you don't have to jump in here if you don't want to. No, actually, no, come back. Fuck. You know what?
Yeah.
I can just do this to you.
Fucking fanboys, am I right? Still don't know what the significance of that name is for this stage.
The fucking noise he makes.
You do that, Imposter?
You see, look up there to the upper left. They're fans.
Oh. Well, that's barely noticeable. That's. I would
Just,
otherwise
like, desperately
completely miss
trying
that.
to look around the room that they've made to come up with a name for this encounter. Fanboy.
Peter Griffin. Ah, God damn it.
I'm curious. No, I died somehow doing that.
Those 5 feet will kill you.
That exhaust fan is sparking bad. Find a way through. But stop the fan somehow so you don't become a ninja kebab.
Again, I have the thing for it, but
Become a
let's
ninja kebab.
explore a little bit. He wants me to do that. Anything here?
What happens
Nope.
if you run directly into the fan blades? Why did I even expect anything different? Why did I...
You've gummed up the works, but now the crystals are blocking the way.
Maybe that's why I was called fucking fanboys, because we'd be doing something else later.
I'm getting some wows and come-ons from the chat, so boo from the chat too. Everyone's on my side.
Yeah.
And then there's an eh. From Z
Wait,
Reserve.
what's this timer? Why is there a timer now? A counting up timer?
Huh.
Am I being judged?
On your ability to solve this puzzle?
I also don't need to... Like, I have the thing.
Alright, Superman, solve my maze.
No?
That one's too big. There's some problems a hagpipe can't solve.
Alright, maybe now it is a puzzle. I'm curious why they put an electric guy down here. Oh. I get it. The other fan was electrified, this one isn't.
You do still have fleshy parts, you know?
Yeah.
Oh
you
my
gave
god,
me
they
this.
told us that exact tooltip before.
Oh, right, I need to do that. Okay, come here, you. Why don't we do this?
Okay.
Nope. I wanted to do the checkpoint, not the level.
Wouldn't you have to die then?
Oh, I was hoping there was just going to be a restart checkpoint thing and not restart level. Okay, get in there. Okay. That's why I had a timer.
Wait, so why did it have a timer?
Because I was being graded on that. That wasn't a combat encounter.
It was a puzzle.
Also,
yeah.
I specifically just want to die right now. Because I think I missed something.
Let's try that again.
Okay, I completely missed it.
Great. No forgiveness.
No, I wanted to.
Damn it.
Try it again.
Vega Baby,
No
and that's how you get
tough stuff.
replay value.
This game better have the ability to like just play whatever level you want again, and not just be like, well, next time you can New Game Plus it and try that again later.
How about after you beat this level, this whole set of levels, you know, you get graded again. Go back to the main menu and let's see.
You can take a look.
I think people would like to know. Beam Splash X, Sid saying, I specifically want to die right now. Average Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z player.
I missed it because I assumed I was hitting the death blow already.
We're in a foundry now.
Uh-oh.
Something wrong?
Yeah, my controller's not working. We're back? We're back. Okay.
Very cool.
I've actually, just in general, I've been having some controller issues lately.
Well, show budget
Folks,
says we can get you another
check
controller.
Check out the Discord, the Patreon, send me money directly to my address, 111 South West Avenue.
I thought you were gonna say 1-1 South. I'm somewhere in the South. It's
Which way I want to
Magic Meow is saying
right
we're in
now?
some sort of digital foundry. Don't make me kick you. Don't make me. Not after the news today. It's too soon. It's too raw, Carmen. So how
Real
about that
rocket
gaming
punch.
news, huh? Not
I
to
actually haven't seen a lot of this today. I've been busy today, but I heard it's not going great.
Yeah, you know, IGN, this is to really date this episode to May 21st, 2024. Today's the day in which IGN acquired basically every UK games news site, including Eurogamer, Digital Foundry, GamesBusiness.biz, just all of them, Nintendo Life, just a whole bunch of stuff, and then immediately laid everyone off.
Oh wait, is Digital Foundry done?
Remains to be seen. I just know they fired like Brandon Sinclair. Oh, Rock Paper Shotgun also a part of these acquisitions too. Yeah, it's a massive deal. I think it's probably one of the most significant news stories, games news stories to happen so far this year. And a year that's been filled with like a bunch of layoff news and so on and so forth. That's been like one of the worst years in recorded history for the industry. Beam/X confirming. I keep saying Beam/. I'm just gonna call you by your name. You've been on the stream before, so I'm just gonna call you Sid. Sorry. I'm so used to reading the usernames. You know how it is. John Lindemann said that Digital Foundry is untouched, which is nice. Doseku asking, wait, why did Digital Foundry even let IGN buy them? It's not up to them. It's the Gamer Network that already owned Digital Foundry and Eurogamer and, you know, whatever like umbrella stuff owns these various things. You know, they acquired this network that already had ownership over all these different ventures. And, you know, I'm just gonna repeat a little bit of what I said earlier on co-host and Twitter and my ranting and complaining about this, which is that this is probably the end of like enthusiast games news sites of like middling scale, not middling, but like, you know, like mid-tier, mid-sized organizations of that sort. Ones that, you know, like had like some independent voice or like covered like niche subjects within gaming. You just can't exist anymore. There's just no room for you. You're just gonna get swallowed up by one of the bigger industries and immediately laid off. That your domain is more valuable than any of the content you put out in the eyes of these fucking ghoulish execs whose only profit motive is just to watch a number go up. It's so fucking exhausting that the industry is in just full consolidation mode right now.
Including the labs and the trams. Hey, if you knock it out, you'll slow you down.
Then let's heat this thing up.
Yeah, heat it up. It's just like your only option is to become independent now. That's all that's left, is just to go fully independent, which, you know, is a very crowded market as it is. You know, we're in that market. We're competing for such a dwindling number of like a vanishing audience that is like pledging their allegiances, that is deciding what they want to consume. And, you know, we're about to have like an influx of people joining it too. Like all these people who got laid off, who have been in the industry, who have like media training. I mean, they're gonna be on Twitch the next day. We're gonna be going up against them come tomorrow, you know? But, you know, on the other hand, like, we're getting to the point where the only way to stand out is to be, like, terribly charismatic. Is to not necessarily, like, even have to have, like, anything interesting to say, but just to say it in an interesting way. And, you know, I don't love the state of things as it stands. In fact, I think it's pretty shitty. There used to be a day where you could just be, like, a journalist, a working journalist, and just, like, cover stories and, like, express yourself through your writing. But now there really is nothing you can do except put a voice to your stuff, get in front of a camera, put yourself out there, become your own brand, and like be really savvy when it comes to self-marketing. Which, you know, I'm pretty good at the self-marketing thing, I like to think. I think I'm pretty charismatic. I think you are too. So I like to think that we're fine, and that we offer a little more insight than a lot of this interchangeable fucking dude bros who just get in to complain about like whatever aspect of the industry they take personal offense to, and to say like, you know, in fucking Kotaku, you guys know Kotaku, right? Doi. Like that like grade of quote unquote commentary, or, you know, the game's criticism, but only when it's the woke crowd or whatever the fuck the current paradigm is. We can avoid that while still carving out a space for ourselves. I'm confident in my ability to succeed in this current meta of the industry, but it still doesn't make me like happy about it. I would love if there was more space for everyone to coexist. I'd love it if streaming could be like a viable option for more people. You know, if more people could just express themselves and do it just like as a hobby, just for something like to do for fun, for kicks. And yet, like, it's quickly becoming like, if you want to dedicate yourself to this thing, you're dedicating yourself to it as a livelihood. It needs to become financially tenable at a certain point in order to continue pursuing doing it. So I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts on the state of the industry right now, believe it or not. Believe it or not, I'm passionate about this shit. I care about this, the long-term futures of games production, like the game development industry, as well as the games journalism, games coverage.
Great.
Now, would you say that state is good or bad?
Oh, it's great. Never been better. According to everything I just said.
Yeah. All right, it was a little ambiguous.
Sure. I know sometimes I can not be specific enough, not charged and pointed enough with my words. You know, it's my bad because I don't say enough. I'm very short on words. I've definitely never been known to ramble. Yeah. I don't know. This is all my way of saying, not to distract from this exciting action set piece, this exciting escape sequence you're doing right now, but I'd very much like to make this thing viable. I'd very much like to continue growing this Bad Game Hall of Fame. For both our sakes, I would like you to, you know, become popular, to have a space in this, you know, in the streaming game. I would like us to continue to flourish and to grow. I would ask the audience. First of all, I would thank them, just for, you know, for showing up.
Peace, but just barely. Landed at the edge of the Lazarev Institute. Cold War science gone to shit. And to top it off, the place was filthy with clowns.
Great. Yeah, it had to be clowns. Or make sure to go back to the main menu and check to see if... Sid saying, and to think a better era of games journalism had to review Yaiba, Ninja Gaiden Z. Magic Meow is Carmen saying, sorry I brought up Digital Foundry as a joke. Well, I want to talk about this anyway. The truth is I was looking for an excuse to talk about all this shit that's on my mind, because it is very much on my mind.
Now, was progress saved? That's the question. That's the eternal question whenever this thing pops up.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Johnny Backett saying, minor thing, but as a mild audio guy, the stereo panning during those executions is so bad. Why are the sub-bosses panned all right or left? Sometimes the possible direction they are on the screen.
Okay, so I can go back in mission mode.
Okay.
and do that. So maybe off stream I will do some of that.
Very good. That is good to know.
All right. Want to keep going?
Yeah, we got another.
All right.
I think it's worth the continuing for now.
Although, once we get into this next level, I might want to take a short intermission.
Sure. You just let me know when, and I can trigger that for you.
Was fucking insane.
Enter the ninja.
Okay, you put plenty of locked doors in front of Hayabusa and his girlfriend by knocking out the power. Time to catch up and settle the score.
I wonder if you missed a cutscene somehow.
No, I think that's what
Also-
it was. I think blowing up that facility is what they're referring to.
Let's see what. So all of this stuff is for more durability for my sub weapons, but I don't really focus on that a lot.
Yeah. Do what
Well, this
feels
can be
right.
overfilled to last longer. I kind of like increasing duration for overclock because it feels really short right now.
Go for it. It would be nice if they told you how long it increased it, like if they gave you actual numbers or percentages or something. Like double length. But no such
I wonder
luck.
I wonder if any of this ever changes. You would think not, because it feels like your eye is probably your eye. I don't know if this is just like saying.
Well, it could be like
yeah,
Blood
this is
Will
what you
Tell
got.
on PS2, where you get your human eye back at a certain point.
I always meant to play that. Also, my D-pad doesn't work anymore because I pressed left on the life screen, and it went to the Phantom Zone. And now the D-pad doesn't work.
Video Game King redeemed a message, redeemed a highlight a message I think you're going to want to hear. Game-breaking tip from Game FAQs. When you are allocating your level up points, if you do not backspace out after spending your points and instead hit tab, you can re-enter the level up screen and spend those same points on new abilities. This means you can max out everything with one level up while using this exploit. Lame. That's from the guide. That's the quotation marks from the guide.
Huh. Do we exploit that on the next level up?
I mean, I'm not going to get mad at you if you do that. It wouldn't be the best demonstration of the intended progression, but also, fuck this game.
I don't think I'll. You know what? I'll level up everything else normally, and then when I get to here, then I'll exploit it just to get all.
Sure,
of this.
I think that's fair. You'll use it within reason, with some amount of discretion.
At a certain point, I'll be like, and I get the skill that gives me a 50% durability increase to L weapons. All right. I do want to take a brief intermission, though.
All right, I can arrange that for you. I'm going to put up the intermission screen. We will return, folks, in just a little while. And we're back.
I bet you think I'm overreacting about Yaiba and the magnitude of my fuckedness. You have no idea how scrambled this guy's brains are. He was born into the Kamikaze clan. Yeah, the pilots who crashed their ship on purpose in World War II. Whoa. Wait a minute. Hold up. Is that what we're going with? Is that what we're going with here?
Yeah, the pilots who crashed their shit on purpose during World War II were named after these crazy bastards, and Yaiba was the craziest. Tried to rip people's heads off during sparring, got into fights for the hell of it. His elders kicked him out, and from there he bounced around between a few East Asian syndicates and clans before landing with Saki. You know, because nothing says home sweet home like an international assassin's cult.
By the way, there's so much more of this.
Huh.
Oh, I guess this is how many story of Yaiba's things there are, like 7. Anyway, this is the real story of Yaiba, though. It's in the game.
Getting up with Yaiba.
I feel like I should play that at some point. Just experience it.
I feel like I've experienced it through osmosis. I feel like those types of games, the ones that are made to be deliberately frustrating and tedious, I feel like I get all I need out of those by seeing them.
I got so confused that I could jump, but I realized that there's a secret up here. Wait, is this a secret? Yes, it is. Oh, wait, this is the precursor to yellow paint right here. Red paint.
When you overheated the furnace, you popped all the circuit breakers on this side of the facility. That tram's going nowhere, and it's blocking your way.
You just told me to blow up that thing.
Yes, and if you hadn't, Ryu would have been...
I just got real tired looking at that pan through.
Right, more shit to do. It never ends. Johnny Baghead said, "Oh no, I thought you were talking about Mark Echoes getting up," and got super hype. Then super disappointed when they realized what we were talking about.
Wait, is that not what you're talking about? Because I thought that's what we were talking about.
Bennett Foddy's getting up is what I thought you were talking. I made the joke Yaiba getting up because you were climbing up a tower.
Oh, I was thinking of Mark Echo.
See, it's a joke that's multifaceted. It works either way.
Because I played Bennett Foddy.
Oh,
It's
Getting
fine.
Over It is the name of that game. Okay. Well, no wonder my joke didn't land because I fucked it up.
Like, I mean, I don't know. That game is kind of parkour-y, right?
Park curry is actually my favorite order from an Indian restaurant. It's...
Nope, that's not the answer. Okay. You. No, not you. You. In there.
So Tenga saying in reference to Mark Echoes getting up, I would presume. Now, there's a game I haven't heard in a hot minute. Frank Gothic saying I would absolutely watch a playthrough of Getting Up.
Grenadier? Anything else up here? No. What's down the... A button. What's the button do? Ah!
Good thing you pressed that button.
There we go. And that gives us more health.
People saying they would watch a playthrough of Getting Up. BattleTank09 says they would watch a playthrough of Iron Man on PS3. Well, have I got news for you? Check it out on YouTube. It just so happens. No, I know. I know you were joking. It's called a riff. I was playing off of your joke, BattleTank09. You're all right. Don't worry. All right, toss him in
Puzzle
there.
solved.
Real head scratcher, that one. Real brain scratcher. Those people, those zombies are so impatient to get out of the train, they didn't even wait for the door to open fully. They just started clipping through the sides of it.
They got places to be. Only one?
If we do Mark Echoes Getting Up, we'd have to mute the music for one thing.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, because that's a big part of the game. And two, I'd have to bring in a ringer for that one.
I also don't think I actually know where that game is. I just know the name, and I'm like, it's a weird enough name that I want to play it. Like, what is that game?
It is, if I recall correctly, 3D beat 'em up with heavy graffiti elements and tagging system. There might be some platforming.
Like, in my mind's eye, when I try to think about what that game was, like, I'm thinking like a third-person Mirror's Edge. That's kind of what I remember.
Yeah, maybe it has some parkour in it too. Now here's my question for you. Is this still, like, novel in any way?
I mean, no part of it was novel.
Okay,
it was never novel. It's just...
Has it gotten repetitive for you? Is it repetitious to a fault at this point? Or have they done enough to break up the combat?
I am a very patient person. I feel like a lot of people would already be at the point where they're like, yeah, I'm done. This is... I get it, but... I can find the zen in just pressing the X, the Y, and the B.
You know, you would assume that most players would take breaks after every level. You know, they maybe have like an hour or two in their afternoon. They do a level in this game, and then come back the next day. They extend their playability that way. We take it for granted that most people consume games in very limited windows of time, as opposed to playing for hours and hours on end. All aboard.
Yep, all aboard. Nope, I guess not.
Folks, check out our article, Lodestar, The Legend of Tully Bodine. BadGameHallOfFame.com/Lodestar-the-Legend of
Estimate your
Tully.
ability to cause property damage. Your path to Hayabusa is clear.
Please let me.
The canyon
There's a very... Okay, it wants me to stand right here.
terrifying genetic abominations, freaks, the mere sight of which chill you to the bone. It's very similar to New York subway system, actually.
Carmen saying that they have a friend of a friend who's been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey for like 3 years because they only play it like an hour at a time, and that game is stupidly huge.
Yeah.
Mega Driver's weighing in on the Mark Echoes conversation, saying that they worked game retail when Mark Echoes Getting Up came out, and I'm sorry, but no one was buying Mark Echoes Getting Up. Or nobody was
imagine
getting.
They would have.
Dude overestimated his street cred. Gale Pond saying that Mark Echoes Getting Up was like Jet Set Radio for the GTA crowd. Where Johnny Baggett says it's just him and Jeff Gerstmann loving that game. But you know, it's good esteemed company, if you ask me.
Alright, do a thing I can counter. Do something else I can counter. Hit me, hit me.
Don't hit me. I'll hit me.
There we go. Well, that's definitely is longer. That did definitely buy an upgrade to make that longer, and that's a little bit longer.
Those animations in particular are so fucking bad.
I really hate the sound design in them too, especially when they're all grunting. Like, it sounds like an excited dog. Like,
Sid says, getting up was like if the Babadook directed straight out of Compton after drinking a whole case of Natty Ice.
Wow, I don't know what that analogy means, but I like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You lost me halfway through it, but I appreciate the imagery. Very evocative.
Oh, he's gonna blow up? Okay. I kind of thought this rocket punch move would be good for setting up executions. It's not, but it is good for killing people.
And ultimately, that's just as valuable.
Granted, I want to do execution so I can get health back. Considering my main strategy is just to, like, tank every move and then assume I'm going to get executions to get health back.
If it works. If the glove fits, wear it.
Now, where do you want me to stand? Here? Okay.
Foolish.
Huh.
Damn it.
Also, what's in that corner back behind you? To
The
left?
way forward.
Oh.
Oh, to here?
Oh, no. I guess I meant the...
That's the way forward.
All right,
This
so you...
is definitely
like a
secrets.
bonus item, yeah.
Go. Electric shard.
And now all you gotta do is make your way back.
It took the easy way.
Creepy Rasputin was a member of a cult who called this area home. Something very important was here well before Stalin put down roots after World War II.
You yammer on almost as much as that Spanish peanut.
I heard that.
Peanut?
Yeah, I don't know. Just roll with it at this point, don't question it.
Babadook?
I think you can just walk over the puddles. I bet it won't hurt you. Yeah. It only hurts
That
if they
hurt.
dump it on you. Also, I think there was items behind...
Items where?
Oh, keep going left. And then stop there. You see that?
Yeah.
If only there was a
know how
fucking
to get
jump
there.
button, you know?
Yeah. Well, there's a jump in this Ninja Gaiden game.
Sid's saying that they assume that
Can't
any
go-
nickname
can't
they
go
don't
through that
understand
way.
from this game is some kind of slur. So Peanut is probably some sort of... Oh! Did your game freeze or crash or something? Hello?
Hello?
Pause if you can hear me.
Hello?
Yes. Hello? It sounds like your connection is dropping off, falling off of a cliff right now. Can you hear me at all?
Let us wait a moment. I can hear you now. Okay, yeah. The internet was taking a crap.
Mega Driver said that the Comcast agents have found Sharky. Get out of there,
Okay,
Sharky!
I think we're back up though. I think we're good. We're getting up with Charkie and Cass.
Okay, very good. IGN is buying BGHOF in real time, says Sid.
Shit's really got this.
Oh, it was nice knowing you.
Okay, it's working fine now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They all appear to have died a horrible death.
Yeah. Don't know what that was, but it's passed. Okay.
Mega Driver says that we are still holding I still hold that we are doing a disservice, we meaning us, by not failing every step of every QTE just for levity. Look, we want this to be a two-parter, not a three-parter, okay?
Yeah.
Video Game King pointing out there's a comic book adaptation of Yaiba, and I'm sure it's the worst comic ever made. And apparently, all 3 issues are Yaiba explaining why he calls his sword Heartless, which I'm assuming is something we don't get in the game. Also, is this not the same boss as last time?
This is the exact same boss.
But now we can measure how much stronger we've become since the last time we fought this exact same enemy.
Yeah, we can measure the fact that I had bloodlust built up, so I could just kill it. right, what does it want me to do? Just kill the... it feels like a waste to use this rocket launcher on just these guys.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, it's probably going to make me drop it because I see that distracted zombie over there.
You can pick it back up
pick
afterwards, you know?
Okay, level up. Oh, I got 2 levels. All right, what do I want? I feel like I probably want that. And
Remember, technically, you can get whatever you want.
yeah, hold B to knock back enemies with a 360-degree flail attack. Yeah, I'll get that. Honestly, the fact that I'm going to play this off stream probably means I will get all the level ups off stream, and I'll just like spend them when I get back.
Yeah, that's fair.
There you go. Now give me this spell. Oh, this is just for story piece.
What a waste.
It looks like it does not give us any experience. Oh, but this got us a health
good
shard.
though. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll take that.
Okay,
any
so
day.
none of this was all of that was optional. All right. I mean, I'll take the optional thing for a health pack or health shard.
I thought you fell to your death there because the camera was so out in the distance. It didn't seem like you're supposed to go down.
What? He's hyping himself up there. Laboratory.
Or Labragory in certain parts of the United States.
Doesn't help when they teleport.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to save those rockets.
Granted, that means I don't get their weapon. But,
Yeah, but on the other hand, you didn't have to worry about shit.
Anyone else?
Mega Driver says, I'll give Yaiba this. The story is more or less just as ignorable as Doom Eternal's, and at the very least they hired someone to try and write some flavor. Yeah, but the flavor sucks.
Yeah. That sucks.
I'd rather be flavorless than have really obnoxious comedy. It's like Borderlands. I wish Borderlands was as dry and boring, so I could just focus on the gameplay and not be subjected to endless cavalcade of memes and so forth.
Shoot me or something.
Mega Driver saying that it sucked in Doom Eternal 2. I wouldn't know because I did not play much Doom Eternal. I fell off the game very quickly. I think I beat the first one of the nightmare levels, and I'm like, okay, well, I've seen everything there is to see here. I thought the platforming gauntlets in that, the dumbass, like, the QTE things, like the ones in this game where, you know, where you're just, like, doing traversal stuff, I thought those were negative fun.
Fuck. I was trying to do a certain move. I was trying to do that thing I just bought, but I got my ass kicked.
Well, that's what you get for trying to do something cool. That's what you get for showing off. Mega Driver saying, that's crazy. Eternal is legit a phenomenal game. Look, you're talking to the president of the Drake of the 99 Dragons fan club here, okay? My tastes are not to be taken as any indication of quality of a game.
Whoops. Not that button. That button.
Sid says, Charky,
What,
you
let
better
me-
not be trying to do character action over there.
I'm just literally trying to do, like, one of the moves they gave me. Yeah, that move. Okay. Just wanted to see what it looked like. There we go.
Now you have that weapon if you need it for later.
And I do want it. First thing is drop
Yeah,
that.
just to zap him with that real quick.
Okay, drop down. Okay, well,
A little bit of
close, but-
splashback on that.
Okay. This is why I wanted this. Give it back.
Well, you know, that works. That'll get you
Yeah.
there. Can you think of any other beat-em-ups or character action games or any other game of this ilk, hack and slash, whatever you want to call them, that have a heavy emphasis on elements?
Depending on how you define elements,
Well,
because
we're-
like DMC Devil May Cry kind of has that with the angel demon weapons. That is like such a huge portion of that game is switching between the two.
Yeah, I guess that would count. I guess that would, in fact, count it. This one has at least like a variety of them, no more than just the two. That's almost like a binary, like an Ikaruga, black or white polarity. Whereas this has, like, you know, elements that combine together for different status effects and whatnot. Water and fire and toxicity and electricity.
I could probably think of a couple if I wasn't in the middle of playing this.
Sid saying Dark Sector.
What? Okay, which way do you think is forward?
Probably the pipe
this
there.
way, the way of the
Yeah.
arrow.
Yes.
So I want to go up here.
Fire shard.
Man, it gave me the last second to actually be able to see that. So yeah, those shards, by the way, I'm pretty sure that's like, yeah, increases resistance the more we get up.
For a maximum
More
of 40% resist or maybe 50% resist if they make the last
Looks
one
like
extra
40.
generous. Yeah.
Which, wow, I almost have all of the electric ones already.
That's nice.
Interesting. All right. The barrels.
Clearly those won't come into play at all. Definitely won't be tossing them at these helicopters or anything.
I mean, I have a...
Damn it. Sewer Patrol. What are they doing here?
No idea. They don't normally fly this far north.
There's a sewer
Two
patrol. And, like, both of these characters know what the sewer patrol is. Like, they're known by name.
Hey, the sewer patrol. No way. Hello. You okay? You know what? Just there.
Wow, tough encounter. You barely made it through that. Ooh, boy.
Okay, let me
Hey, you
go-
better get max
What?
rank for that. Fuck.
They showed me like up there, right?
There was a rocket launcher in there that you would have had to have worked to
Oh.
have gotten.
But I wouldn't have even need to do that. They shoot missiles. You can just counter the missiles back at them, and that kills
Well, they're
them.
giving you choices. Giving you options.
All right. Maybe there is character expression. Player expression, rather.
Here. Another reconstruction. Another piece of the puzzle.
Why?
Tell me. Okay.
It's marvelous.
No, actually, it's a DC thing. It's a Tech Division that you're ripping off, not a Marvel property.
They didn't know how to have fun. They're gonna bring this whole place down.
He intends to bury the source of Compound 72? Such a thing simply cannot be, dear Yaiba.
Oh yeah? Why do you care about that crap if you're just in this to kill Hayabusa?
Simply icing on the proverbial cake. Who wants to see good facilities go to waste? But in any case, I urge you to hurry. We do not want to keep Mr. Hayabusa waiting.
They
No
forgot the
subtitles for that one?
Yeah, they forgot to subtitle that entire line. Great. You can put subtitles in a game, but unless you actually write the subtitles, you know, it don't do too much good. Strawberry Rose in...
I thought we were getting another Quiet Man thing where I could just like stay still in one direction as I move, but no.
Not quite, unfortunately. Strawberry Rose saying, am I hallucinating or wasn't KJ Inafune involved in some way with the stinker? Yes, conceptualized the character concepts and story concepts for this. And Beck for Mighty Number 9 is a playable skin. So you can play
But
through this whole
unattainable
game.
in the PC version. Unless you do some stuff.
Which perhaps I will have you do between episodes, just for the
Yeah.
sake of thoroughness and also comedy.
Down. I would like to go down. I don't know how to... Okay.
There's
I don't
just
know why
no
I'm
way
doing this
to...
for the sake of store. All right. Well,
That's what you get for trying to collect that thing.
Damn it.
Oh, they actually set you backwards.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? This isn't a good spot for you. Why don't you try something else? I would like to go...
Like, were you supposed
forward.
to land on the pipe? Or no, okay, there you go. You figured it out.
Yeah, it was just being weird about... Is there something down there? No. It was being weird about where I was trying to jump.
Ah, shit! Damn it!
You know, what's really cool about having, like, all this platforming and timing puzzle stuff and having absolutely no consequence for dying is that it really motivates you to do it right. It's having absolutely no, like, penalties for fucking up.
Oh, break.
It really spurs you on to really master
That's
the
a
timing.
clown question? What's that achievement for?
Very good.
There we go. Is that all the clowns? Nope, not quite.
You can get those, what was the name of their clown chucks or...
Nunchuckles.
Nunchuckles, okay.
Well, now I can't because they're all dead. I don't love how much real estate this rocket launch taking up on my back.
Well, it helps
'Cause
you
it was
stand
actually-
out. It helps you know where you are in the environment.
It was also like blocking my ability to see some of the counter prompts.
Maybe not as good. Maybe not a plus to it.
A lot of priests in this town.
You'll get
Also, a lot of
combat
brides in this
encounter
town too.
that's just a bunch of priests, and the name of the stage is gonna be Holy Shit.
All right, there we go. Rocket launcher's gone.
You know, it served you well.
It did. Don't think I knew it needed at the moment.
Sid saying that these executions look like they're from a Steam early access clone of Revengeance. We just need poser models doing them. It has to be this way.
Is there another priest out there? Yeah, it sure seems... No, that's just a normal guy.
Fire spitter.
Right, do a thing. Attack me. Not like that. Attack me in
Every
a way that I
time you
can...
try to bait the attack, every
do it.
time.
Do it. There we are. I'm just trying to do anything different.
Desperate for some sort of variety. Also, I just noticed that's a flat texture on those mounds, those flesh mounds over there.
Take a look at them. Yep.
Do some bump mapping at least. Come on.
It's also like very well. Okay, it's not quite as uniform as I thought it was.
Well, I do see the same zombie like a dozen times
Yes.
on there. The one
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
brain.
But if it was just like a little more regular, it'd be like a bathroom wallpaper pattern.
Pro Striker 92 is saying this is not the worst game, but they understand why it got mixed reviews. Yeah, I'm definitely beginning to see that. At the same time, like, yeah, this is not the worst thing we've played, but the writing is definitely some of the worst.
Yes. Like, my opinions thus far on this is the gameplay, very competent, although it is definitely running out of steam in terms of, like, what it can throw at me. The writing and the story suck. Oh, fire.
Well, you see that red thing over there, right?
Yeah, I see the way to go forward, but I want to get this item. Like, I was impressed early on, like, how much they were throwing at me, like, new enemy type, new element, and all this stuff. And it seems that they have kind of played their hand too quickly.
Yeah, they've shown everything they have up their sleeves. They've already revealed, put all their cards on the table.
Is this the quickest route, Monday? Or do you just like watching me jump around?
Can I choose both?
What a dynamic these two characters have. What rapport they've established. Really puts our commentary rapport to shame, Charky. We should be more like these two.
I couldn't even, as a joke, think of, like, a way to emulate it.
Well, this should be good. Use your cyber vision.
Yaiba.
I have to be standing right next to it for the story to happen.
Notes of the Soviet scientist who started the Compound 72 program, Konstantin Alexiev. It probably contained the cure to all of this regrettable zombie business.
Yeah? So what?
You've witnessed Compound 72 in action firsthand. Just think of the possibilities.
That guy looks like a Borderlands character in multiple ways.
Or disease, or cause it. I'm getting goose pimples. You must retrieve that notebook from Ryu Hayabusa. From his dead corpse, obviously.
Up there.
All I heard was dead and Hayabusa.
Then we are in agreement. Quickly now, he must be near.
Do you think they're going to treat him wanting to make zombies as, like, some sort of twist?
No, I mean, it's pretty obvious that he's the baddie that we're working for. You know, what I'm more curious is to see, like, how they're going to try to redeem Yaiba. What's going to be his point of contention? Where he's going to turn and be like, you know, maybe destroying the world isn't cool. Maybe I like having a world and people to kill, so maybe I won't kill all of them all at once. Or maybe he'll fall head over heels in love with Miss Monday, and he'll be like, wait, if I kill everyone, that means Miss Monday will be dead too. And I can't fathom a world without her, because I love her so.
Well, I hope Electric Zombie was not the solution to the puzzle, because I fucked that up. Alright, let me try this again.
Frank Gothic says, seeing Charky walk on the burning debris as it fell made it look like if you wanted, you could run out of bounds and break this game very easily.
That crossed my mind, but, What? Okay, come on. Let me throw it. Let me open up.
Good job. You're clogging up the works. Keep it up.
Oh my god, you need to go back and get another one?
Yes. I gotta do this 3 times. Rule of 3.
Ay, ay, ay.
Video games. I have to wait for it to open. The thing is, like, I wonder... No, I can't go back this way. Okay. I wonder if there would be a reason for me to go to the other ones to do it. Okay, open up.
Open wide. Here comes the airplane.
All the flaps are closed.
Bag pointing out that this isn't even a puzzle. It's literally just a time waster.
Oh, I have to do it a 4th time.
4th time's the charm. Super Electric Violence asking if there's a word for non-puzzles like this. Yeah, it's called padding.
Where? This. Oh, that way.
Very good.
Most impressive. Why does it take such a behemoth facility to process this material? And what is its source? Why is it green? If a mute talks with his hands full, is it considered bad manners? These are the questions which haunt.
Whoops.
Let's try that again.
Okay. There's no reason for me not to just go for it, because what's the consequence?
Yeah, exactly. It's like I was saying earlier, there's absolutely no impetus to, like, actually master it. You can literally just brute force it. As many attempts as you like.
It's the Ninja Blade thing of, like, it doesn't matter if you fuck up the QTEs, because you just do it again.
Like, I'm still of the opinion that those scenes look cool as an abstract. Like, as a spectator watching you do the traversal without the button prompts, it looks like it's almost smooth and intuitive. You know, obviously barring, like, the constant deaths and no consequence for, like, getting killed by the scenery, killed by, like, the pipes and whatnot. Like, the fact that there's, they really would, like, diminish it if there was just button prompts flashing on screen as you were doing it.
It's kind of not that hard to figure out if you know what you're looking at there, but, like, there's enough times where I can't parse what the thing is that's next.
Yeah.
That makes it just, like, unfun. Because sometimes it'll be, like, really small or, like, lost in the bloom of the level.
Yeah. Ponzikar says, or Ponzikar says that this seems like Oni Chambara if someone got rid of the bikini girls. How do you feel about that statement?
Oni Chambara had, like, so much more in terms of, like, what you could do.
Did you die, or what? I can't even tell what happened there. There's the way the camera held on that. Gee, I sure hope that guy with the sword in his head is okay.
Alright, I'm going to wait and use Bloodlust on the second wave. Please, I was stun locked in all that.
I hate to see that. You know, far be it from me to tell you what to do, but this would be a great time to get some executions in and get some health back.
Nope. The issue is I have to, like, set them up for an execution.
Right.
And those grenade guys end up killing themselves before I get the chance to set them up.
Does this feel challenging in the sense that it is, like, a legitimate, like, combat puzzle to solve? That you need to, like, master timing, or is it just tedious?
It's, I know what I could be doing to make this easier for myself, but I sort of worry about it being good stream material.
Who gives a fuck? Don't bend over backwards for these peons in the chat. What have they ever done for us?
Back off, back off. Folks, check out the Patreon and the Discord.
Please subscribe, please.
Everything.
The Discord, yeah. Join our Discord community. It is popping off.
God damn. Oh, fuck.
Video Game King says that they did give us the Game FAQs tip earlier, and that is, you know, that's something. Admittedly, we're not using it, but...
There we go. I got one.
enough
them
to
all
keep
in
you
one space
alive.
here.
Let's do this.
Just wait until there's a third wave of people you gotta kill here.
Yeah. I took out the 2 clowns and the priest, so...
You've heard of the day the clown cried? Here's the day the clown died.
Granted, I could easily die on these 2. Oh, wait. Fuck.
So what was your strategy that would make this a lot easier, Tadeo?
Focus on counters.
Great, go for it.
Whoops.
Keep trying to skip these cutscenes, but it ain't the start button.
You can. Yeah. It's just I keep getting the wrong button. Part of that strategy is also not talking.
Yeah, no,
like
it is
focusing.
What it is. You do what you gotta do, I say. You know what's worse than things that aren't, like, you know, particularly exciting for stream? Is doing the same
Being
section
stuck.
of a game over and over
Yeah.
again, as it turns out. Super electric violence saying that Sharky's taking off the weighted clothing.
Oh, I got countered. Alright, that was good execution to get. These guys are worth
A
3
few
healths.
blocks of health, yeah. And again, if I were Spark Unlimited, I would simply choose not to zoom in on the complete lack of animation during those execution screens, especially when they're such an essential part of the gameplay loop. But that's just me. I'm built different, I guess.
Well, something was happening to the polygons again.
Some light is happening.
Let's dance.
Sid asking, did he just say open wide for a finisher where he rips a guy's arms off? Like, open your arms wide, like open it for like a big hug. No, keep going, and your arms are off. Bag pointing out that Creed told us you can have arms wide open. So.
Yeah. This is actually a game about Christianity.
Oh, I see. So we're gonna redeem Yaiba.
Well, Yaiba does all this in the name of Christ. I feel like I probably want this more than nunchuckles. Oh wait, no I don't. Because that's who's left.
Show him what's for. Give him a bit of the old 1-2. Oh, Bag pointing out that Yaiba did die and come back from the dead. Coincidence?
Oh god, there is another wave.
Get fucked.
Oh, I'm electrified. Can't do anything. Alright, there we go. Wait, what is... Forgot, what does that do? Oh yeah, they don't like that.
Oh, yeah, I see crystals.
And he's
Again,
setting
what
everyone else
is-
around them on fire.
What is the aversion to just, like, people extinguishing the flames on themselves? It's like no one has, like, watched a fire safety PSA in this universe.
Well, I mean, they are zombies.
Yeah, but they're, like, sentient. They have, like, consciousness. They have, like, the ability to do, like, simple tasks, like drive steamrollers and do the thriller dance, you know?
Fuck. I mean, that's evolutionary behavior. All of us are imprinted with the thriller dance.
his human instinct, a zombie instinct. Be safe.
God damn it. Spit again. God damn it.
This screen fucking sucks. This had better be the last part of this level. This is getting long in the tooth.
Yeah.
Strawberry Rose says that LGBT trail effect blade, which I assume were like the nunchuckles.
Yeah.
And they're saying that stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, Tecmo. Johnny Backhead saying they have a theory that the visual style of this game isn't bitrate compression friendly, especially in this fight. It looks like it's coming through okay. And if not, I have the local recording, and I'll just make sure to upload that at high bitrate to YouTube so you can watch it without a bunch of compression artifacts on top of it. You're welcome. Sucks to watch if you're watching it live, watching it get streamed out live. Yeah. But, you know.
Explode. Thank you.
Other people saying it looks completely fine, to be completely honest. Doesn't look terrible for bitrate reasons, etc. Which is good to know.
There we go. Okay.
With
maybe I save it for the third phase.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
If it looks like I'm about to die, though, I'll just pop it, because...
Strawberry Rose saying that if they survive the era where YouTube was 240p only, she can survive any slightly lower bitrate thrown at them. So that's... yes. Braver than any U.S. Marine, folk who survived the 240p days. I remember watching a 144p, literal like postage stamp, thumbnail-sized video of the Phantom Menace trailer back in like 1998 or 1999. So I wonder if that was even 1440p. That may have literally been like 60 or 70p.
That was a death. Man, this is a particularly tough screen, like, compared to everything else in the game so far.
You want to try and clear this now, or come back to it?
I would like to try and clear it.
All right.
Because if I quit, then I have to do this whole level over again.
Oh, well, fuck that. I assumed it would just, like, auto-save checkpoints at this section. They should have named this screen fucking Fanboys, because you can see the fans way more clearly in this stage. Remember Fanboy and Chum Chum?
No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about.
It was a cartoon. I never actually watched it. I don't actually remember it. I only just remember the name of it.
Jesus, this guy hits so hard.
Johnny Baghead asking, does this game have other camera modes or options? It has one other option.
God damn.
You know, maybe it's worth trying the other camera mode.
See. I don't think the camera is what's getting
No,
me.
I don't think it is either, but it's just a change of pace.
Yeah.
Probably under game.
Game?
Wide shot, close up. Also, what is combo build?
Back in.
It might be just like it's showing you like the steps, like what part of the combo chain you're in, maybe.
Yeah.
Action.
I would assume so.
All right, let's see what a close up. Mr. DeVille, Yaiba's ready for their close-up.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah, this is a little claustrophobic, which is, you know, the opposite of the wide open spaces you have before. So there's no middle ground. It is the issue here.
Oh, I can't tell what's happening.
Yeah, it's
with
honestly
that camera.
kind of sickening to look at, too. Ay, ay, ay.
Okay, there we go. Is the other one already dead? Yeah, he is.
Johnny Baghead saying, I think enemies were able to attack when off-screen in that mode too, which double sucks. Yeah, I didn't suspect it would change their behavior at all. Whether they were on-screen or off-screen. Which meant that, yeah, you could just very easily get sniped by projectiles and not have time to react to them.
We're having fun back here. A lot of fun back here.
Come a little closer.
Come here, clown.
Can you execute them?
Not yet. There's a lot to deal with all at once.
You don't say.
God. Okay, I have to pop this.
Johnny Baghead saying that it's a good sign if a 3D hack and slasher beat 'em up is good or bad. A good indication of it is if their AI logic stops enemies from attacking while they're not on the screen.
Yes.
I wasn't aware that was a thing. I wasn't aware that was a consideration that they made. I assume they would always just fuck you over in that scenario.
No, they make it so that they're way less like in a good one. They make it so it's way less likely to attack you if you are not actually able to see them. Please open up for execution. Thank you.
Now don't biff it. Was this second or third wave?
Second. Alright, another execution.
Now what if there's a fourth wave?
Jesus.
Because I'm noticing the progress bar in the top right.
That's my experience.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's keep doing that for a bit.
I'm just letting you cook
out
at this point.
Pretty sure that is doing damage to them.
You would hope so, right?
Yeah, okay. That one died. I think that one's about to... Not yet.
Mega Driver's saying, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, this game visually sucks, LMAO.
I agree. I don't like how this game looks.
I'm beginning to really understand, like, what doesn't work about it. As the person who is not into this type of game and isn't familiar with, like, what makes a good one, what makes a bad one, I am beginning to intuit, as a complete outsider, what is not working about this.
Spawned another one in. Okay, come on.
Bag saying that this could have worked is the sad thing. Yeah, like the suggestions that are being made by you, the criticisms that are being pointed out by you and by chat. Yeah, with tweaking. With a completely different script and characters and concepts as well.
Heal up. Okay.
And Sid with a very prescient point, and isolating what I fell trapped to, what I fell victim to, is it's easy to think of how brown and gray this generation was and get tricked into being like, oh, color's great, until you see it for more time. You can still color's bad.
Jesus Christ. Die. I don't want to get in there because he's
on fire.
Dropped fire. Yeah.
Just keep shooting him.
There we go. And we never have to do it again.
Hey, max rank though.
Yeah. Somehow that was a platinum.
The long national nightmare is over, and this better be the fucking end of the stage, of the level. You have to kill that robot dog one more time, and then...
Oh, yeah.
There's something down there. You don't want to get that health up?
Wait a minute.
Blow up
Ow.
that thing.
Just trying to do it from a distance.
See, I'm a hacker and a slasher, and I didn't even know it. All right, how do you get back up? Oh, there you go.
I could have done that and probably seen it easier.
There. GPS indicates they've stopped at that central refinery.
Oh my god. Imagine if you have to get into the Ryu Hayabusa fight, like, right now.
What? Why? How? What happened?
The fire.
Let's try that again.
It passed.
This too shall pass.
Anything secret around here? No.
So close
I got
after another secret.
just the right spot.
Strawberry Rose saying that they love the cartoon arrow vision, in quotation marks.
Oh, I hate the perspective on that.
It's like in Final Fantasy VII where you could toggle little arrows to let you know what was interactable. It's so gauche. Gauche. Gauche?
Gauche.
Gauche, thank you. I just say hacky. Or tacky.
Don't like the perspective on that. I mean, that's the extent of my commentary right now is like, don't like that.
This is just like the NES Ninja Gaiden, where the platforming in that game was super tricky too.
Fuck.
This is just as good as that game.
What character is this? What voice is this supposed to be?
I don't know, some nerd. Some dweeb.
Fuck.
Someone who still plays Ninja Gaiden on NES. A speedrunner, I guess.
Let's try that again.
Okay. Okay.
Damn it.
It. Oh!
That was completely off screen. Yeah, you just had to guess. Mega Driver says, feels like a lot of intention behind the coloring was lost with the elimination of palette limitations of older games, of older generations, and gamers reacting negatively to yellow paint and shit was simply a rubber band reaction to being thrown back into the era of, this thing here looks visually important, instead of smart diegetic design.
Hey, remember this guy? This boss?
Oh yeah, they finally came back. They were like in level 2, I think, and we never fought them.
Yeah, it was just blind the baby. And I was like, the what? Okay.
True King Kong story happening here. Their only crime is not being loved. It's being big and scary.
Surely this is the boss of this level.
Oh, God, you'd hope so.
Wow, that took up a lot of health in one.
The little sailor hats on their head and also on the health bar for them is almost a cute touch.
I don't think I can counter those big slams.
Probably not.
What? It looked like he was going to do an animation and decided against it.
They thought better of it. Wow, they sure gave this thing a lot of health, huh?
Yeah. Me, not a lot of options to heal myself up.
Maybe the... Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, halfway point, they're gonna, like, toss some mobs at you or something. Yeah, huh?
Okay. I understand. Really need to get an execution off, though.
There. Video Game King asking, wasn't this a boss in Oni Chimbara?
Yes. I mean, not like this, but Giant Zombie Baby was also a boss in that game. You're correct there.
Don't get slimed.
I'm stuck in the cutscene. Okay. Ah, fuck. Missed it. Oh, well.
Well, you got enough health.
Alright, you gonna come back down, or do I have a puzzle to solve?
No, we have one more enemy to kill.
Fuck.
Oh my god. I get it. There was something you said a while back that's really stuck with me, that, like, you can tell when a game's long in tooth by the moment you're saying, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, the second you're saying that out loud is the second a game has overstayed its welcome.
Give me the health. Can't see where the health was. All right.
Oh my god, they are still spawning enemies.
Yeah. I feel like what they want me to do is
maybe toss an enemy at the baby.
Toss this that guy specifically, but I can't toss him because he's not a tossable enemy. They would have to give me someone who was, what's the word I'm looking for? Distracted, quote unquote. Okay, so what is the deal? So they want me to do something with this. I can't pick up these guys. Because they're special enemies and not the
hapless
stiffs.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, if it was a stiff, I could pick them up. At least I got my health back.
Very good.
And I'm building up the bloodlust meter. So when he comes back down, I can just use that. The thing is, this isn't even an element that would work. I need to use that guy. Like, do I need to just lure him over here and get shocked? Because that would, like, crystallize the thing? Well, no,
Terrible
because
2
that happened before. It just crystallized him. It didn't crystallize the...
The Terrible 2 will jump up onto the pipe at 50% health and shoot Compound 72 around the battlefield and at you. I suggest you getting your LHS at wave 1, 4, or 5. Execute along the way. You can use your pocket rocket or rigor mortar at wave 1 or 5 and completely decimate his HP very quickly. Save your bloodlust for wave 5, and this will end rather quickly. So it looks like there is 5 waves to this. If otherwise you cannot shoot them with whatever.
Yep, there it is. Alright, unfortunately I lost a lot of health in that last part. He's stuck.
Oh boy.
Oh, there's a...
Well, I'm glad we got a potentially game-breaking glitch in the literal last second here. Oh no, there we go. It fixed itself. 5 waves of that. They really made you do 5 waves of enemies there. 1 would have done.
That
Their
feels
health
like
also
he's gearing up
recharged
for
the
a
full.
rolling attack. Yes.
Maybe use your rage. Or save
I'm
it when
seeing
you're
if
low
I can
on
build
health.
it up anymore. Okay, now he does a rolling attack. Okay, it looks like it's going to keep spawning in enemies, which is
So you
good.
can keep executing, yeah.
Yeah, and execution is how you build up Bloodlust fast.
Mega Driver's saying that this
Fast
boss
is.
is where they called it after finishing this fight. This is where they stopped playing the game. Well, if only we had that luxury. I mean, we'll be done for tonight, thank God.
Yeah. What?
The
All right,
guide recommends
let's
attacking
go
it from
for it.
behind. There's a chance you can knock it down and make it vulnerable. This seems to be working just fine, though, so I say
Yeah.
keep doing what you're doing. You still gotta take care of the mobs afterwards.
Yeah. And then 2 more of those babies show up.
What's the score? Goddamn right.
Don't
Well
know how that's a
earned.
platinum, but okay. We have 2 points. Let's see. Yeah, how about more Bloodlust? And
I got a sickness. Bloodlust.
this is such a... I don't like this combination. Like, that is awkward to do.
Press A, then hold Y until Yaiba is ready to jump. Press release Y for a powerful leaping punch.
Because I have to stop using my thumb. I have to, like, bring my hand over. More or less. Can grab and use grunt stiffs as meat slapper. Well, I mean, more... Okay. I don't know if that's... I'll just take it. I'm getting to the point where a lot of these skills aren't
Yeah.
super useful.
Very contextual.
What was the other one? I just bought more
Bloodlust.
Right, or Bloodlust.
The source of Compound 72. A skyscraper-sized drill in the middle of nowhere. I didn't care what it was or what they were drilling. Hayabusa was there, and it was going to be his tomb once I hung him from the rafters by his own stupid scarf.
I thought you were dead.
I was. Now it's your turn.
Your arm. That's Forge Industries tech. Do you even know that Del Gonzo started this disaster?
Well, what can I say? Guilty as charged. When I realized Mr. Hayabusa was going to storm my listening station, I had to move on my plans. I ordered my team to rupture the holding tanks. Chaos. Perfect cover for robbery.
Shut the fuck up, both of you!
Fucking hat.
This fight will end no differently than the last kamikaze.
End of chapter.
Not a moment too soon.
I feel like shut the fuck up, both of you is a good soundboard clip. With like peaking as much as it was.
Yeah. Good job getting 5 out of 7 story collectibles. Almost a completely thorough job.
They're fucked up on defs. What level up do we want? Faster armor recovery.
What about the nunchuck path? Why not, right?
This is the one I'm going to do for last. This is the one where I'm going to straight up cheat it. But...
Then get whatever.
I'm going to get this one just because it's annoying.
Very good.
Alright, exit the main menu. Yes. And that'll be it for now, I think.
Yes.
Sid says the audio level, unlike this game, is peak. So soon? Quitting so soon, it says?
On the quit screen? Yeah, no, not soon enough. Sharky.
Yes.
That was certainly a episode of the Bad Game Hall of Fame stream in which you played Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z.
Yep.
I presume that there is roughly half the game left to play. Maybe a little less than half. I think this is 7 chapters. And that we finished chapter 4, I believe. If I'm mistaken on that, I can find out real quick, like. Yes, there are 7 missions. You finished the 4th. So we are past the halfway point. Which is good to know.
Unless the last couple of missions are real fucking long.
Entirely possible. But I thank you for playing that, for playing that so I don't have to, because God knows I would not have had the patience for any of that. That I would have fallen off of that way earlier. This is why it's good to have... 2 heads are better than 1, as that baby would also agree with. That 2-headed baby with the sailor hats would also agree with that assessment of things, I would think. Not that it helped him any, but... Okay. We'll be back next Tuesday with the conclusion, hopefully, to Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. We'll also, of course, be here on Thursday with a very special anniversary stream coming up this Thursday. And then Saturday, I think will be a return of the LJN connection. I think will be part 2, the second wave of LJN releases. That should be our schedule for the remainder of this week, coming up on Tuesday of next week. Anyway.
And if you're waiting for the next part of Resident Evil 6 with me and Sid, the plan is not this coming Thursday, but the next Thursday. We're going to return to that.
Very good. So, much to look forward to here on the Bad Game Hall of Fame Twitch stream. And again, I want to thank folk for tuning in, especially in these really trying times for the industry, for the games industry, for the games media industry. We sincerely want to thank you for spending your time with us. Please consider... I'm not even going to do the Patreon and Twitch subscriber plug. I'm just going to say, if you want to consider helping us to grow, word of mouth is nice. Please to tell your friends. Tell them that we do this goofy show and that we're pretty darn good at it, I like to think. Let them know that we put a lot of effort into these shows, that we're liable to play games that, you know, history has looked down upon that they may be fans of, or games that they just want to hate watch. We'll do it all. We'll do anything for that captive audience to make number go up on this end. We would like to continue growing this thing, especially in the face of all this dire industry news and knowing that we're about to get a lot more competition. We would greatly appreciate all of y'all's assistance in helping us to grow. You like hanging out here, you like chatting, you like watching the streams. Consider bringing in more folk, your own folk, your own kind of folk who have similar sentiments and tastes to you. Bring them in on this thing, get them in on the ground floor. And if not, if you just want to sit back and watch on your own, that's okay too. We appreciate you either way. And if you want to subscribe and patronize and do all those things, then by all means, please do. Because we also appreciate you for doing that. And it keeps us going. It keeps this thing funded and allows us to continue to improve the presentation and to know what the direction folk want us to take the show in is. So we are incredibly thankful for all that and counting on y'all to keep this thing rolling. Keep this bad game train a-rolling. Who is streaming right now? Liz Star appears to be playing Poke Rogue, which I'm assuming is some sort of Pokemon ROM hack to make it like a roguelike. I would presume.
Potentially.
That's my best guess anyway.
Perhaps.
Time will tell. You'll all know in just a minute or two, I suppose. So yes, we'll send folk that away. I've been Cass.
And I'm Charky.
Thank you, Charky, again, for the third time, for playing this in my stead, for taking charge on this one. It's definitely given us a lot to talk about, so I am despite everything, excited to see how this all concludes, to see where this story goes, where this game goes. But I guess we won't know till next week, huh? In the meantime, bye!
Good night, everybody.